ZDogRestaurants.com.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Next Gen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen is the absolute best in the biz with thousands of five-star reviews to prove it. Clogged drain? No problem. Call Next Gen today to book your $88 drain cleaning. That's right. For just $88, you'll receive a professional drain cleaning to keep your home flowing smoothly all season long. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN for your $88 drain cleaning.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN.
Are you in the hunt for an exciting new job in the world of professional sports and entertainment? Legends Hospitality is thrilled to announce our hiring fair this Saturday, February 22nd and Sunday, February 23rd from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at SoFi Stadium. We're looking for enthusiastic candidates for part-time positions in catering, concessions, merchandise, culinary, and more. Enjoy competitive wages and a flexible schedule. Whether you're seeking valuable experience or looking to boost your income, we have a role that's perfect for you. We'll be conducting on-the-spot interviews, so come ready to impress. To enter the stadium, please use Pinkay Avenue and Barris Drive and park in Lot E, where you can check in at VIP Entry 11. Don't forget to visit legends.net/careers to explore our current openings and apply now. That's legends.net/careers. Don't miss this incredible opportunity. Your future starts here.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side? I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
Go.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yes,
yeah!
Sir! What's up, baby?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm in the wrong spot, though.
Where are you supposed to be?
I'm usually standing right there. You took my spot. Yeah, I'm usually standing there. Travis standing here, and you took my spot.
I went where Emily told me to go. She is producing this
there
show.
It is.
I'm just trying to sabotage DeMarco.
Yeah, you ruined it.
If you have any qualms with the setup, any problems with the setup, go to
I have
Emily.
no qualms. I just want to make sure I'm not concussed. I'm usually sitting there, but AK's in my spot.
And where are we? We're not in our normal studio.
We are at Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in Claremont. We've got folks dropping by. Orel Hershiser.
Oh, he wants a piece of you, by the way.
Piece of me?
Orel Hershiser wants a piece of you.
Orel Hershiser wants a piece of me?
The first thing, as soon as I walked in, I was ushered in to see Orel, and he was like, who's that little dude with the hat?
Okay.
Yeah, he's the Laker guy, right?
Let me tell you something. He hit it well because I saw Orel before the show. We shook hands, caught up briefly. He seemed like he had no issue with me, but apparently he's got a problem with me, and I'm very concerned that he's going to sick his son on me.
You know, he's a pitcher, right? He's a Cy Young Award.
I know exactly.
So he knows how to set up hitters.
I know who the Bulldog is. His son is like a Great Dane.
Yes,
his
just
son
got set up.
is like 6'10".
Yep.
He's enormous. So
you think he's your friend. He's about to throw one right under your chin.
Wow.
Here it comes. There it is.
I did not see that coming. Thankfully, I'll have Michael Cooper here to protect me.
Absolutely.
Hall of Famer, former Defensive Player of the Year. Robert Horry is
Hall of
be
Famer
here.
Michael Cooper.
Hall of Famer Michael Cooper.
I'm so excited. But that just happened how long ago?
Within like the last month or two?
Within the last month. I just so happened to go down there to see him right after it happened, and I've always been a fan because of the Sox.
Yeah.
It was easy to pick him out, because of the Sox. So to see him get his Hall of Fame nod, that was awesome.
Yeah, it's really fantastic because I know I would hear a lot from Laker fans wanting to see Cooper's 21 retired, and the Lakers have a standard that they do not break, which is you have to be in the Hall of Fame for us to retire your jersey. Like there's no question about it. It's the same thing.
I mean, sometimes you have to break it.
Well,
once in a while.
The Lakers have never.
Not yet.
Like, they've never broken it. The Dodgers have that same standard. They've broken it one time for Fernando Valenzuela, which to me was long overdue. That was long overdue.
Every now and then you'd break that rule. But
you cannot tell the story of the Dodgers without Fernando being a part of it. But for a long time, the Lakers, it was like, look, this is our policy. If we break it for Cooper, then all of a sudden there's a discussion about Byron Scott or Derek Fisher or Robert Horry. Like,
you know what? I'd be cool having those discussions I with those same people. Are you going to tell me you're better than him? No, stop it. Let's put it up there. Yeah.
But finally, Michael Cooper, the minute it was announced he was going to be in a Hall of Fame, the Lakers quickly put that jersey up in the rafters. It's really awesome for Coop.
Yeah.
He's just an incredibly beloved part of Lakers history.
What can you do for Robert Horry? The dude's got how many rings does he have? I mean, that's ridiculous production. That's Tom Brady-like.
Yeah.
Where do you put him? On TV forever? Any job he wants forever?
I was going to say, the Lakers have, in their own right, hooked up Robert Horry because they gave him a job.
Yes.
They gave Horry
and he gets to slump over when he's talking. That's how you know you've got rings, when you do that. Yeah.
Horry has a job with the Lakers. He's part of the Spectrum pregame, postgame, does a great job. But Horry is one of those guys like Byron Scott, like Derek Fisher, who are critical to the Lakers' success, but because they're not in the Hall of Fame, they don't have their jersey retired. And the Lakers don't have a Ring of Honor because they don't need one because they have so many retired jerseys. like they have so many retired jerseys, the Ring of Honor would almost feel like a backhanded insult.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot of hardware. I mean, that's the thing about being a Laker, and that's the thing about Luka being here right now. And I keep hearing this about the summer, and I can't wait because there's going to be a lot of people that want to come out here and play for him, which makes it all that more special. And when you hear that in postgame, and when you hear that from Luka, who is top 3 right now playing of this era, when he says he understands what it means to play for this franchise and how big it is, that's what we're talking. But you can relax those rules for certain people is what I'm saying.
Well,
I get it. I understand it. But for certain rules, just a little bit.
Well, thus far, the Lakers have never relaxed those rules. But now Michael Cooper is in the Hall of Fame. He's got his jersey retired, and he's going to be joining us at Legends Attic. Alicia's here. She's looking at us right now.
Hello. Yes. Can't wait.
She's joining us as well. I just learned something about Alicia that she and I have in common that we're going to discuss when she's on. I had no idea about. Like,
can't tell her right now. She's right there.
Well,
just go ahead.
I want to build. I want to build.
Oh my God!
Suspense.
But she doesn't know what you're talking about.
I'm vamping right.
I think I know
right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm vamping right now, trying to decide my strategy for when Orel eventually attacks me.
Oh yeah,
because apparently he is all. Oh, he's acting.
See, look,
he's putting his hands up like he's not doing anything.
He's going Tim Duncan on us. I didn't do it.
I know he's plotting something. By the way, this is my first time at Legends Attic. It is amazing.
It's cool in there. Yeah.
It is memorabilia, not just across sports, although it is very sports-centric, in particular, very LA sports-centric, but they've got an autographed Pulp Fiction, Travolta, Uma Thurman poster. They've even got something that Abraham Lincoln signed.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, like some type of presidential proclamation.
Did he win the Battle Royal? Did we get to the end of that? There were more Abe Lincolns in that than anybody.
It turns out we were not the only people talking about
Everybody
this.
was.
Yeah, like I saw Mina Kimes had tweeted out like suggestions about this. She was also very big on Lincoln.
If you put all 45 U.S. presidents in a ring in a Battle Royal, which president do you think comes out on top?
In their physical prime.
In their physical prime.
While president.
Politics aside, just the person. Yeah, we picked W because W looks like he can take a punch.
Yeah, W showed some reflexes when the shoes were thrown at him during the press conference.
And the first pitch, yes.
That first pitch, he grooved it under incredible pressure.
Yes.
Yeah. Gerald Ford.
Gerald Ford had the head. The coconut head.
Played football for Michigan. JFK was a war veteran.
Believe you think George Washington would do anything in that ring?
He was in the Revolutionary War.
Bro, he's this tall.
Okay.
Come on.
No, actually, he's pretty tall.
I mean, but with wooden teeth.
Especially,
come on.
I don't understand why wooden teeth is a whole deal for you.
It's bad nutrition.
How is he going to compete with today's athlete?
Wooden teeth makes him tougher, man. You try getting around with wooden teeth.
He doesn't care about getting him knocked out.
I don't think he'd make it 17 minutes. 17 minutes, he's over the top rope.
He fought in an era of, like, bayonets and muskets,
yeah, I know.
Man. Like,
he's tough.
That's hard.
He's tough, but physically.
And then a lot of people are saying Teddy Roosevelt, too, because, the Rough Riders of it all. He also fought. He was out, he can survive in the wilderness, but can he survive facing and fighting somebody?
True. Who was the big one? Taft, right?
Taft?
Yes, Taft was the big boy.
That's the big show.
Taft had the advantage of, for those unaware of this, again, we were talking about yesterday, the idea of presidents, all of them, all time, in a WWE Battle Royale style battle.
Over the top rope.
Over the top, who can last.
But not pre-planned. Everything is above board.
We found out Abe Lincoln can wrestle.
Right.
We didn't know that.
Apparently a great wrestler.
A great wrestler. Who knew?
Taft, obviously, huge man. Difficult to get out of the ring. However, he can't exert much force himself.
Yeah.
Seemed like he was somewhat ground bound. I think if everybody worked together, they can get Taft out.
I'm telling you.
As a collective.
Either it's a video game or a movie. We got the idea for something here.
And I also know the person that would get knocked out very first would be John Adams. That guy was tiny, and he was not very imposing.
I don't know, man. Calvin Coolidge feels pretty soft.
Is Orel going to chime in on his vote here? Nope, he's leaving. Okay, see, he's setting us up again. So geeked. And by the way, you and no one in this world, and I'm very patriotic, but to see Canada get the win was cool. And you can't get me to say anything bad about Jordan Bennington ever.
Right.
I love that guy.
And,
I do. Yeah.
The script writers of that game, if there was script writers out there, it's a, 1-0, then 1-1, then 2-1, then 2-2, overtime, and then you have the best player in the world knocking it in sudden death. You could ask for not much more. And, the USA chants in Boston and everything. It was very just exciting to be around.
It was cool. It was very, very, very cool, and I like what they had to say. And because he struggled most of the game, and he was shocked by it. But somebody had to remind him, you're playing against the best in the world. Everybody. This is the best team you've ever seen in your life. So, of course, you're going to struggle. But to see them get the win, the whole show was great. Yeah. I get it. I just got one knock because they keep bringing this up as you compare to the NBA All-Star game.
Okay.
And I'm like, you cannot compare the two. One is an All-Star game. This was for your country. This was always going to be more intense.
They inherently raised the stakes of this hockey game at a level that the All-Star game isn't supposed to be that. To be fair to the NBA guys, for all the talk about...
It's basically a vacation with a game.
Right, exactly. This is happening during their break. This Four Nations thing was supposed to be serious hockey. And to your point about the drama, Emily, all that building up...
Yeah.
I'm part of an active text chain with some friends of mine. It's my fantasy football league.
Mm-hmm.
Before the game began, there was a lot of are we really supposed to be this hyped over this? We're seeing, the Herb Ross speech. Everybody settled down. By the end of it, they were like, "Oh no, this is pretty damn cool.
It's for real, bro.
This is pretty great."
When you put your country on your chest, I think you play for something else, and I think maybe that's why people are saying the NBA, USA versus the world, why the Olympics are so interesting to watch every time. And I also think that the Tkachuk brothers, is that how you say it?
Tkachuk
brothers.
Tkachuk.
They
say it's the sound the net makes when they score. Tkachuk. I know. Go ahead.
They ramped it up. They knew how to perform. Well, then there was drawing back and forth. Whether we play on the ice, we don't play for the cameras between the Canada and the Tkachuk brothers. I just thought it was all this good theater around it, but also good action on the ice.
Everybody did the right thing. It was the greatest payoff in sports, if you ask me. Because, I don't think Canada started it, but they finished it, and it was fun. And if you ask
booing
brothers,
the national anthem, I think
if you ask the Tkachuk brothers, that's what fired them up. Oh, you're going to boo us? I don't care what made you mad. You don't boo our anthem, we're going to fight. So that's the way it happened. But seeing Canada defend their sport, that kind of got me fired up. It really did. That is your sport.
Well, there's also, too, for Canada, it is truly, the country sport.
It's their lifeblood,
And overseas, there's a culture to hockey that I don't think can be replicated the exact same way with basketball.
Yeah.
And I don't mean it like the Americans who play basketball or anybody who plays basketball anywhere isn't passionate about it. And I don't mean to say there isn't basketball culture because there obviously is.
I think
but hockey culture's it's a different
That would be
thing.
baseball here. That's as far as baseball is ingrained in our American life.
Yeah.
If you threaten to say that we're not the best at it, I think we
look at the WBC. They lost to Japan.
Yeah. And I think we would shut down the country to back our baseball team if it was if our pride was on the line. You know what I'm saying?
Hockey players are also, to be honest, psychopaths.
That's
hockey
not fair.
culture is
No, they are
not. It's fair.
No, it's fair and accurate. It is fair. They're psychos,
but
man.
they don't think it's psycho. that's just normal for them.
No, I listen to, Spittin' Chicklets or whatever.
Yeah.
They know they're psychopaths, and they talk about
but
that.
they think the rest of us just aren't as evolved as they are.
If you don't know that you're crazy, but you are crazy, you are crazy. Just because you don't know, it doesn't mean that you're not.
No, but to play that sport, you got to be half nuts to begin with.
Yes.
You're running around. I mean, how fast are they going on skates? And then you stop on a dime, you get hit. There's a puck flying around.
There's a reason
you don't
that
have
they have
a
all
face
these
mask. Are you out of your mind?
There's a reason there's so many line changes so quickly. It's exhausting.
Yeah, it's a fun sport.
Hockey it's the best live.
You know, here's the crazy thing. Here's a question. Why is the NHL not as fun on TV? But that was. Maybe it's just the environment.
You can't see the puck. I think that adds to it because it's really hard to see what's happening.
But last night, it didn't matter at all.
Okay, do you remember, DeMarco, the brief period where hockey introduced the glow puck?
I do. Wasn't that Fox? Yeah.
Because they were trying to Emily's point, they were trying to offset the idea that you can't follow this puck around, so they made the puck glowing, and then it just looks stupid.
Yeah. It's just not the greatest TV sport.
Right, but it's incredible live.
It is so much fun.
I think playoffs, you can feel the energy. And I think that's why people get interested in the playoffs. If it's a big matchup, you can feel the energy from these the arenas going crazy for it.
I am not sick that Canada beat the U.S. in hockey. I'm just not sick. Most of the time I am sick. If we lose in the Olympics, I'm just hurt. No matter what sport, I'm hurt. But I don't know why. This was awesome. Yeah, and the game was great. Yeah.
Big moment night for hockey.
It was put in the game-winning goal was from the best player in the world, Connor McDavid. So it makes sense. Call him McJesus.
Did you see Messier?
I did
on
not.
TV going bonkers. No. Yeah, he just crazy Canadian dude.
I was caught up in the mess that was the Lakers last night.
But talking trash though, that was funny. Yeah, Lakers too.
All right. Speaking of trash talking, Orel Hershiser is going to join us next, and apparently he's got bones to pick with all of us. So. He is going to. This is just what I was told, Orel. This is what I was told.
He said he doesn't like short people.
Oh.
That's you. See?
Ooh, I'm in some trouble. All right. Travis and DeMarco Show. We are live at Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in Claremont. Orel Hershiser, the Bulldog, the Dodger legend, coming up next, 710 ESPN.
The wait is over.
This is LAFC manager Steve Cherundolo.
The LAFC season opener is here tomorrow at BMO Stadium.
It's LAFC Season 8 in the heart of LA.
The Black and Gold are 7-0 in season openers. Can they make it 8-0?
Oh, flip for LA Football Club, did he?
Giroux, Bawanga, Larice lead Los Angeles Football Club versus Minnesota United to kick off the 2025 MLS season. Coverage begins tomorrow at 1 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Hey guys, it's Sedano. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action in the state of California with over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awards and winnings. Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just got to pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your money. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Guys, Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks puts its members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I get my money as quick as 15 minutes. Prize Picks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. So download the Prize Picks app, use the promo code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get a $50 instant bonus after your first $5 lineup. That's Prize Picks. Download the app, use the promo code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Hey, it's Bethel Duran. When you get into an auto collision and damage your vehicle, there's only one spot for you to call. That's my guy Leo at Active Collision. Experienced paint and body technicians will make your car look like it's brand new. You get a free estimate when you call 626-330-0100. They work with all insurance companies. Mention 710 and you get 50% off your insurance deductible. Call 626-330-0100, 626-330-0100, or visit ActiveCollisionRepair.com.
Looking for an exciting new job in the world of professional sports and entertainment? Legends Hospitality is conducting on-the-spot interviews this Saturday, February 22nd and Sunday, February 23rd from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at SoFi Stadium. We're looking for enthusiastic candidates for part-time positions in concessions, merchandise, culinary, and more, offering competitive wages and flexible schedules. Seeking valuable experiences or looking to boost your income? We have the perfect role for you. Enter the stadium at Pinkay Avenue and Veras Drive and check in at VIP Entry 11. Visit legends.net/careers for openings and applications.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now boarding Group A. Please have your boarding passes ready to scan. If your phone is cracked, old, or was chewed up by your Chihuahua travel companion, please refrain from holding up the line. We ask that you kindly not be that guy, and instead simply go to Verizon and trade in any phone from their top brands in any condition on any unlimited plan for the new Samsung Galaxy S25 with Galaxy AI.
With new line on my plan. Additional terms apply. See Verizon.com for details.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
But
I think there's a but. I think there's a but not a big but. It's a little narrow but.
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on
LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so.
Needed one this morning. Espresso.
I had a double.
Did you really?
Remember, we established this. I'm living that espresso life.
Are you?
I got an espresso machine recently. It was my, I guess, holiday gift from my wife. Every morning now, I start the day with 2 espressos.
How much did you spend on that thing?
Well, my wife got it for me, and I didn't ask.
Okay.
I want to say it was probably between 100 to 150.
Okay,
like that.
good.
Like, it wasn't outrageous.
That's
like,
a good price.
She'd asked me what I wanted, and I told her, like, don't go crazy.
Orel, somebody told me to spend like $2,000 on a coffee maker.
No.
I just can't do that.
No.
I can't do that. For something I can get for 15 cents one place, you want me to spend $2,000 on it? That just doesn't make sense to me.
No, you might as well buy a Starbucks.
There you go. See? Like the way he thinks.
That's business advice right there from the great Orel Hershiser,
You get your own
Dodger
free
legend,
coffee
the
and you sell
Bulldog.
coffee.
Joining us right now at
Oh, boy.
Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in Claremont. How are you, sir?
We're doing great. We really appreciate when you guys come out here. You draw a crowd. You draw this. We having great content today. Holy smokes. Michael Cooper, Robert Horry is going to be fun. They're going to be signing autographs out here, doing a whole bunch of stuff. So Dave Holbrick's doing live art. I would have on a very nice collared Legends Attic shirt, guys.
Yeah.
But Holbrook does art, and then he covers the art, and he has you throw the object of your sport against it so you can get this. Like, for me, it was like I threw paint-dipped baseballs against my artwork.
Nice.
You know, you can throw the basketball. I think we're throwing basketballs today, Dave? We're throwing basketball
With
passes.
paint on them?
With paint on them. So now the artwork is the athlete, and then everybody knows that those little blobs that hit there with the seams or with whatever is
It's like sports meets Jackson Pollock.
I like it. Yeah.
You get those splatters.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah.
Chest passes, or are we over the top with it?
I think it's up to the
I
athlete.
think it's going to be
It's
a
chest
chest
pass.
pass today if
You were
we're
over
going
the
to
top
hit
pitching,
it.
yes. Weren't you with Michael Cooper? You guys were in town at the same time balling.
Yeah.
Lakers. And,
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, that had to
I'd
be
go over there and watch them play. Yeah, those guys, it's amazing. So you were talking about hockey and saying, oh, it's not a real good TV sport. Basketball actually, too, is a good TV sport, but basketball is amazing in person.
Yeah.
You don't really appreciate on TV how good athletes they are, but when you go in person, you go, oh, my goodness.
Well, especially
These guys are
somebody
off the
like
charts.
LeBron, you really need to see him in person to truly realize,
understand it,
like
yeah.
how insane it is that somebody at his size can be that athletic, that fast, that explosive. Like, I know Laker tickets are not easy to come by; they are expensive.
Yeah.
If you have the opportunity, you have not done it. Similar to how if you needed to see Kobe live once,
yeah.
like you need to see him live once just to truly understand it. even at 40, if you get a chance to see LeBron in person, take it.
I think with a fan, they immediately downgrade a basketball player's ability because, well, they're big. They should be good. And it's like, no, you have to see that size person move the way they do, the way somebody who's even 5'9" moves or 6 foot moves, but they're doing it at 6'8" and 6'10" and 7 foot. You're like, wow.
But like LeBron is so big that if you saw him and if say you didn't know who he was, like you were just told he's an athlete, guess his sport, you'd guess football player.
Oh, for
like
sure.
You would guess like defensive end or outside linebacker. I think before you'd guess basketball, just
that's a big linebacker.
He's so big, or defensive end.
That's a big defensive end. That dude is tall. It's like seeing a giraffe dunk. It's like, wow, that was unbelievable. But, I mean, the first time I saw LeBron James play, it was on the road, and I think he was still with Cleveland, and I had seats under the basket. So I'm walking in with the nachos. I'm trying to sit down. So, old guy, I'm looking where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
So I sit, and I hear the crowd go nuts. So I look up, and there's nothing in front of me. So I'm like, what are they cheering about? And then all of a sudden it looked like he just dropped out of the sky. Like, how in the world did you get up so high? Unbelievable. And then when you see him just stand still, you can't believe that dude is that big, moving that fast. It's truly impressive.
As you grow up, you think about it. It's so impressive to see somebody dunk. And the first dunks that you see are the dunks of somebody standing near the basket, jumping up, and wow, they're tall enough to dunk. For LeBron and others, it's like where they came from to dunk.
When he jumped.
From the foul line. It's like he had a dunk last night or the other night I saw. It was like, oh, my God, where was that?
It was the dunk against Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He cocked back hard.
It's like where he came from.
When
Holy
did you
smokes.
stop playing? When did you throw your last
baseball?
When did you throw your last
I was almost 42 years old. LeBron's 40.
And put in 40 last night.
Oh, I know. The wear and tear on his body and then the way he continues to move. He invests in that body probably $1 million or more a year, and he can afford it.
Price of an espresso
but
machine.
It's one thing to be able to afford it. It's another thing to have the discipline and go through it every day to take care of your body like that.
Well, he talks about that, though. Like for LeBron, assuming his body keeps cooperating and like he doesn't suffer something like Kobe did with the Achilles tear, where like that just changes the entire math of everything you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron has said it's harder now for him to get up mentally than physically.
Mm-hmm.
Like just like finding the reason to keep doing this when you're 40, when there's really nothing left for you to do. Like, I know he wants to win another championship, but he's already done that 4 times. Like, he's done everything.
I used to wonder about that with Tom Brady. Like, why would you ever leave your house? Haven't you had enough?
Why would you ever take more drugs?
I would want to stay
because
home.
It felt
right.
good.
I know, but
it's
I mean,
addicting to have that feeling. I was thinking about when you guys were doing the hockey segment on the USA Canada thing and how these guys got up for it when you put the crest of your country on your chest, da-da-da-da. And I'm thinking, you know what? We all grew up that the next best thing was something you wanted to get to. You wanted to make that team. You wanted that team to get into the championship. Then you go to the next league and you want to make that team. And it's like there's a feeling of accomplishment, and it's a new accomplishment. And
I want to get to the top anywhere. Everywhere I'm at, I want to get to the top of it. But, I mean,
but it's a feeling, right?
But imagine this. If someone challenged American baseball to your face, we play it better than you guys. It's our sport now. What do you think that would bring out in you? The young Bulldog self.
It's the same feeling you have when you're in the playoffs, because when we talked about, LeBron is looking for that feeling. Tom Brady, how did he get that feeling? You need something to get you to that ultimate focus, and it makes me concentrate to the nth degree on every single pitch, where in a regular season game, it's more like it's situational. And situational is multiple pitches. It's first and second, no out, I need a ground ball. How am I going to work through this situation, this hitter? In the playoffs, it is like particular.
Mm-hmm.
This particular pitch, this particular moment. And you should be like gassed mentally at the end of those games.
Completely out. I heard this from a NASCAR, what do you call the guys, the crew chief? The perfect NASCAR that races is designed to cross the finish line and explode. That's what he said. That's the perfect car.
Yeah, your car is that spent.
Cross first,
run out of gas and explode
at the same time. So I totally understand that. You're supposed to start and finish every game with an empty bucket. But in the regular season, when you're starting out versus when you're playing for your country, This ain't about money.
No.
This is about pride.
No, it's definitely about pride.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave everything I got on the ice, on the field, on the floor, wherever I got.
But as an athlete that has done it for LeBron, he's 40 years old, all right? You are always looking for a stimulus.
Yeah.
You are always looking. You love it when a fan yells at you. You love it when a young kid comes up and goes, "You're my hero," and you want to play well for them. You're looking for that edge that finds it within yourself, and every night it's different.
Well, that's part of the reason why. I mean, beyond the talent that Luka brings to the table, like what he brings on the court, that I think can be really valuable for LeBron specifically. This is new. Like he's never played with Luka Doncic. He's never played with this type of player just now entering his prime. Like this is something brand new. Like as much as I know LeBron loved AD on a personal level, respected everything he brought on the court, knew how great he was, they've done 5.5 years together. Like to some degree, like there's nothing new to discover. And like, Bronny being introduced in the mix this year, I'm sure that's great for LeBron, and he truly loves it, but there's only so much that can keep you going from that with a teammate that's played like 70 minutes this year, is often with the G League. Like for all intents and purposes, they're teammates, but it doesn't bring anything new to the game. Luka brings something brand new for LeBron to discover.
Well, and a new stimulus because now LeBron really can mentor him. Like LeBron is a basketball savant, right? And Luka is just learning the game and overpowering the game with talent. He's going to learn so much from LeBron.
I hope.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I hope. I mean, that's
why do you think it sounds like that's a negative comment?
Yeah, weren't we talking about Bynum the other day? Andrew Bynum. Yeah. And didn't Kareem try to teach him the sky hook and he rejected it?
Kareem, yeah, I mean, I think
I thought that was the story. It could have been just radio hype.
No. Yeah. I mean, I think Andrew Bynum, he was 17 when he was drafted.
Yeah.
And I think he appreciated Kareem. Like, I covered that team. That was my first season covering the Lakers. And I remember Bynum, I think, appreciating everything that Kareem brought to the table. I think he may have been too young to truly appreciate it. And Kareem was also...
Maybe reject is bad, but, I mean...
Kareem was also still, I think, new in terms of learning how to coach.
And sometimes that mentor-mentoree relationship, it takes a little while to develop. And sometimes it doesn't, because I can remember stepping in and having veterans trying to mentor me, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm not here to listen, I'm here to take your job. You know what I mean? So, and this is Luka and LeBron. They have to work it out, and I can only imagine what it's like for Luka when you know you can do X, Y, and Z, except LeBron is standing right there. What do I do? Do I shoot? Do I defer? How does this work? You know what I mean? It's weird for those
Luka
two guys.
had 5 turnovers in the first quarter the other day, and it was like
so did LeBron though last night. They're on the same page.
Yeah.
11.
They're on the same page.
11 turnovers.
They are
Come
really
on, bro.
synced up, man.
Come on, LB.
They're learning where everybody's going to be on the court.
Exactly. Like,
LB, you're great, but 11, bro? Come on.
Well, no.
He tied a career high.
Right.
For real, last night.
With 40 points.
With 40 points. Well, here's what was one of the things I loved about last night with LeBron getting 40, Austin Reeves 32. Like, those guys understood the assignment. Like, we have to take over this game. But it was still hard. Like, they had to work through struggles. It was not one of those nights where, like, your big guys step up and make it look easy.
Yeah.
Like, they made it look hard. Like, it was difficult for both of them, and they still managed to come through. It was. I think, in a lot of ways, I know the Blazers are not a great team. I know they didn't play as well, the Lakers, as you want them to during this stretch run. But I think there was a lot of value in that win.
Okay, so Fisher used to catch heat for this. McVay does to some degree. When the first question is, like, how do you feel about the win? And it's a bad football team that's got one victory, and the first thing he says is, well, that other team plays hard. And people will laugh. What do you mean they play hard? They've got one win, Coach, but they do. Fits Portland to a T. They don't have a ton of wins. They're probably going to be in the lottery again, but they do play hard.
Yeah.
And you just can't just roll the ball out and expect to win. So, yeah, I'm glad the Lakers matched that grit because that could have been 2 losses in a row to bad teams.
Yeah, and 3 in the last 4 games.
Yeah.
The Dodgers actually last night or yesterday, speaking of games, they had their first spring training.
Yep.
12-4 loss, but spring training. Honestly, the big story was Bobby Miller taking that comeback.
Off the head.
concussion. Thankfully, it's just that.
That was just scary.
Did you ever experience anything like that?
I never got hit in the head. I got hit in the shin. I got hit in the hip. I've seen people and had teammates get hit in the head, but it was in the minor league, so it wasn't publicized. It wasn't like it was the Dodgers at the big league level. But that ball comes back at you, and there's a blind spot sometimes. Or it's just coming back so fast you can't get out of the way.
I mean, that was legit scary.
Where did it hit him? I didn't see it.
Head.
Right in the head? Oh, my God.
In the head.
Almost hit the bill of the cap, and I think it went slightly under. The great thing was he got to his knees and his hands after pretty quickly, and you could see the red mark of how it kind of glanced off his head. But there's no such thing as glancing. But I didn't see it live. I was actually slightly out of the room, and I said to my son, "Where did the ball go after he hit him? That's because that's going to tell me the impact." And he said, "Well, it grazed and went behind him." I'm like, oh, thank God, because if it stops and lands at your feet or goes back, then you got all of it, and that's an issue.
When you're in your windup and your release, does that even come into your brain that this thing could come back at me?
I'm sure the guys that have been hit, and when they first come back, they've got to push through that,
Yeah.
But no, you don't think about that. You're competing. You're just competing and reacting.
It's acceptable risk. This is what I do.
Yeah, I mean, I've caught line drives back at me, and I have no idea that how I caught it.
How you caught it, really?
Yeah, but then once it's in my glove, I know what I'm going to do with the ball. I had a double play when I played for the Cleveland Indians in the playoffs. Marquise Grissom hit a line drive right back at me, first and second. I backhand caught it, immediately got the ball in my glove and threw it to first and got a double play. And it's one of the best defensive plays I've ever made in my life. If you ask me, how did you do that? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it's a ball coming at you. You're supposed to use your glove. I did. And I know it's first and second, and that's my easy throw because you're already loaded on a backhand to throw the ball to first. So it's just total that's
Orel,
the game.
I missed that part of life.
Yes.
When you were just reacting to stuff,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Your brain is off. Your body's just doing it naturally. I miss
Now I just react when it's like, can you go to the store and get some bread?
Right. Or something just breaks.
You don't remember how you did it?
Yeah, I don't remember how I got
just
there.
remember you get home and you got bread.
I sprained my neck putting on a belt. How does that happen?
What?
I sprained my neck putting on a belt. That's what I'm saying.
In your playing days?
No,
or
now. That's what I'm saying. I miss those days when I can do certain things.
Oh my gosh.
I have no idea, man. I wake up, stuff hurts.
Do you have to concentrate and look down that much to put on a belt?
Bro, I wake up, stuff hurts I don't know why. It just hurts now. He knows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm 5 days post-op of hip replacement. So, I know exactly what you're talking about.
There you go.
Yeah.
See? Yeah, I just missed the days when my body worked.
We were just talking about Bobby Miller, and he is part of an absolutely loaded rotation.
Oh, yeah.
Two-part question. A, where do you think he fits into there? And B, from his perspective as a young guy still looking to establish himself, how do you think it feels to be a part of something that loaded where your team is great, but it could affect your opportunities?
Yeah, he's had some serious ups and downs with a guy who hasn't had a long career at all, right? Over the 2 years. He was going to be the ace, the playoff starter 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And then it kind of went a little bit downhill from there. He fits in a place where maybe he'll be the sixth guy, seventh guy, eighth guy. But at the end of the year, we're probably going to need 10 starters at least. And so, you know what? All these guys that, are not the headliners in the rotation, they need to just continue to get better every day and be ready when their chance comes. And his chance might come early. His chance might come a little later.
Do you like this new automated ball strike system that they're going to be implementing?
Yeah, give me some more time to watch it.
Okay.
Give me some more time to watch it.
Well, it's interesting because they're trying.
I don't like any delay in the game.
Okay.
I'm not
if it slows down the game, you don't like it.
Yeah, I want to see the rhythm of it. I want to see that, I've heard it was whoever was on the show before as I was driving here, I was listening to it, and they talked about tennis and but it happened like that in tennis. Bam, you see it. Any other sport, and one of the hosts I think was griping about I don't want this in baseball. I want the mistakes. I want this, and I'm like, I don't mind mistakes. But if we can clear them up quickly and there's still a rhythm and an entertainment value to the game.
There needs to be a limit to how much you look to clean up.
Because I love what the NFL did, right?
Right.
The NFL with this quick replay stuff and the help, and bam, they've got it already. We don't have to wait. Run over to the camera and run over to watch it.
Because when it's obvious, boom, boom, let's move on.
I like that. And so the strike ball thing, it could be that way too.
You want to keep it moving because it's like, okay, if you have this automated ball strike system, and in theory you can get everything right, then either just use that and I guess give the umpire some type of different supervising role or whatever, and just use the computers to get everything perfect. Or you have to really limit the idea of how many times you can use this new system.
Do you really want to watch the video of the ball coming out of the pitcher's hand and seeing if it hits the strike zone? Or would you rather the hitter, the catcher, or the pitcher challenge, and the umpire has like a vibrator or the scoreboard has a light, and immediately everybody knows, bam, there it is. Now we keep moving. Bam. You don't need to see the video.
Oh.
We know
Yeah.
they've seen it. So that time of watching the flight of the ball and, oh, look how it caught the strike zone, the challenge is good by the hitter, I'm not sure that's a good delay.
Tennis is pretty quick when they do those.
They do it. It's instant.
If it's that
instant.
that fast, then sure, I don't have a problem. I was going to ask you, have you, in your career, how many times did you throw one that you knew was a strike that got called a ball?
I never threw a ball in my whole career.
There you go. There it is. But wouldn't you love to have a challenge?
Wasn't needed for you, or
yeah.
just mortal pitchers.
The challenge is you just kind of stare down the umpire. Some guys would yell at him and get kicked out, but yeah. My nickname from the umpires was called the Surveyor.
The Surveyor?
Yeah, because I would kind of take a step back, and you couldn't now with the pitch clock, but I would take a step back off the rubber and just kind of stare in, like really?
Did you ever get tossed?
No. Well, yeah, I got tossed as a pitching coach, and it was the only time I was ever tossed in a game ever, including all the way back to Little League, high school, and college. I got tossed by a guy who brought a girl to the game and wanted to impress her. And he tossed me out of the game. Oh. And the next day, I got letters from the league apologizing, and I'm not sure he ever saw the big leagues again. He got sent down.
What did you say? What did you do?
So I was a new pitching coach for the Texas Rangers. The manager was Buck Showalter, and R.A. Dickey was pitching on the mound, and we had taught him the knuckleball, and he was doing really well, but he weren't getting the strikes that night. So I said, I'm going to go to the mound. And he said, Buck says, no, I got it all. I go, no, let me go. He goes, okay, let me tell you what to say. Just wait for him to come out, make sure Ari knows we're not out there for him, and say to the umpire, is this the strike zone we're going to work with tonight?
Okay, yeah.
So I jog out there. I tell my infielders and RA, hey, no big deal. I'm just here to talk to the umpire a little bit. I turn slightly away from the umpire, and I just say, hey, I'm here to say something to you, and I want to know if this is the strike zone we're going to use tonight. He goes, boom, you're out of here. And I said, do you know what you just did? And he goes, yeah, Orel, I just kicked you out of the game. I go, you have no idea what you just did. I have never been kicked out of a game going all the way back to Little League. I am very close friends with a lot of umpires, and I've asked them, what would it take for me to get kicked out of the game? I can't say it on the air, what they said, but it was something about taking your pants down and doing something. Then that's what they said you would have to do, Orel, to get kicked out of a game. So now the other three umpires run in, and they don't go to the umpire. They come to me and go, Orel, what happened?
Wow.
They're checking with me.
Wow.
Then I tell them what I said, and then they go over to him. Now Buck Showalter comes out. He's like going crazy. And so, yeah, it was a little different.
He did all of this to impress a woman.
Hey.
But I don't want to make a comment.
I hope it worked out for him.
I think I've done that too, but I usually use flowers.
I would love it. By the way, I would love it if this woman, like, he comes home, she's like, you kicked Orel Hershiser out of
the
what is
first
wrong
time
with you?
ever.
That's my favorite player of all time.
His girlfriend probably said, you know everybody loves Orel.
Yes. Hold on a minute. Let me think about that for a minute. Okay, move on. I kind of like it. I hope we get to see it.
It's the hip surgery medication. It's coming through. It's the medication.
Oh, yeah, it's my epidural.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What is wrong?
My heart hurts. Okay, I'm good.
Who needs Chris Morales?
I'm good.
We've got Orel Hershiser.
I'm good. Oh, my God, that's so funny. Great stuff. Yes. Awesome. All
right. We're going to – I think Orel's going to be
no, I'm off the air now.
No, you're good.
Orel's going to be dealing with the FCC, but coming up next, we're going to be joined by –
Did that just happen?
Alicia's going to be joining us 7:10 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
I mean, you were a good athlete, too.
Were?
I mean, you were the one telling me the other day you couldn't do a 10K. You were like chafing.
Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles.
Are you the greatest Laker fan of all time? Enter to win, and you could be named the Lakers GOAT. That's right, GOAT. The winner will receive the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats, exclusive experiences, Lakers swag, and BBGO for a year. For all the contest information, visit LakersGFOAT.com.
Gat.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gat. Your claim, our game.
Hey, it's Steve Farr. Is there a sporting event you always wanted to go to but never had time to plan? That's where Absolute Sport comes in. They handle everything, tickets, hotels, VIP access, so you can just live in the moment and enjoy the experience. And because of their trusted league and travel partnerships, they can get you the best deals and actually save you money. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your sports dream a reality.
Hey, John Ireland here. Downsizing, inheriting a home, want to cash in on your equity? Call Sellers Advantage. They buy homes as is with no costly repairs or commissions. Get a competitive cash offer and closing days or on your timeline. Sellers Advantage has over 20 years of experience and even offers a $10,000 advance for moving expenses. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your no obligation offer.
Don't worry, sell happy with Sellers Advantage.
DRE number 01961658.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs, with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
This This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
You're from over there, I'm from over here. We're sitting in this hot tub together. What do you like to drink? See? No. Not at all? Come on. No.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
We have recovered. Orel, we have recovered. We are back.
Don't start up again. Travis and DeMarco Show. Andy Kiminetsky in for Travis. 710 ESPN. We are live at Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in Claremont. The great Orel Hershiser is with us, and we are joined now by Alicia Delv. Everybody knows her. I just learned we went to USC at the same time.
Right on.
Literally
right
the same time. We graduated same year.
99.
Oh, you started in 94?
I graduated in 99. That's
Okay.
my story. I'm sticking to it.
45 minutes. 45 minutes you've been holding
Then
us. Look at you.
I also graduated in 99.
There we go. Right on.
What a coincidence, Alicia. Who knew?
I didn't go to USC and I didn't graduate.
Well,
right, there you go.
Alicia, word, you need to let IMDb know of your correct
Oh, my God.
graduation
Oh,
date.
my gosh.
Look at you.
Because
It's been a minute.
They have an entry for you, and it is apparently incorrect.
Okay, good to know.
Or not the date you want, which is either one.
I just got on the air and I'm already wrong.
No,
Dang it.
he's wrong.
IMDb is wrong. IMDb is wrong.
You're good.
And I was wrong for using IMDb.
No,
How are you?
no. I'm great. I love working with my children family, so it's all good. It's all good. I'm here at Legends Attic. I mean, it's a beautiful day, right, everybody?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'm sitting next to a legend. I think what I thought you were going
Wait,
to say,
which one? Which one? Me or
Well, I
him?
was about
Oh.
listen when he brought up
Yeah.
and he was teasing that he had something in common with me.
Yep.
I'm thinking we're the only two up here that don't have rings. Like that's what I was gonna bring up, right?
Wedding count?
We're working with champs.
That counts. Yeah, that's
It was
the
an
big one.
achievement.
That's
It was an achievement.
definitely
Okay, so
ongoing.
then I'm the only one. Single.
Oh.
Yeah, no doubt, no
Oh my
doubt.
gosh, now we're like on an app. Dating app. I didn't know we were on a dating app.
My gosh.
What's the game y'all play? Swipe right, swipe left.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, I
Radio
don't-
Tinder.
Radio
yeah.
Tinder.
We're not going to
Tinder.
offer you up
No,
in
no.
Radio Tinder, Alicia. We don't do that here.
Wrong show.
Wrong show.
Oh my.
No, I do. I listen a lot, you guys. I'm a big fan, and I love anything that Legends Attic has going on. I want to be a part of. So I am here today to remind everybody that Legends Attic is truly a special place. I've covered a lot of athletes. I've interviewed a lot of athletes in different arenas, in different spaces, but this is just special. It's just different. I mean, look at us.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
It's awesome. Yep.
And Emily, you are the movie aficionado of the crew.
Yeah.
They've got something for everybody in there.
Yeah.
It's not just gorgeous sports memorabilia.
And the Taylor Swift too. Is it still up inside? Like the
Yes.
signed Taylor Swift stuff. That is also up my alley
There's
as well.
Swiftie memorabilia?
Yeah, I think there was like
Yeah.
some signed posters from Taylor Swift.
Did you not see the Superman, Joker, and Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman is my favorite.
I'm leaving here with the Joker. One way or the
Okay,
other.
okay.
I'm leaving here with that Joker. It looks just like Heath Ledger.
You're
I
going to
love
have to
it.
pony up a bit, but
got Pokemon.
it's possible.
Gotta have it. Well,
I think it is possible.
I think I can outrun Orel right now. Though.
Uh-oh.
I think. Maybe. Look. See?
Oh, look at those.
You can outrun me, but I will find you.
I will find you.
You also have to outrun his massive son.
Where
His
where
son
is
is
your
huge.
son? Good Lord, that
Yeah,
is one.
Jordan.
That's a big unit there.
He's 6'8". He's
6
a big
foot
boy.
8. Oh my gosh.
36 years old in commercial real estate, doing well.
And he can golf. He's
Yeah,
a
he
great
can really
golfer.
hit the ball.
I bet he can. All that torque in there. Can you do me a favor? Can you say hi to Laura back in the studio? She
I
loves
love
you.
Laura.
She's listening to you. Laura, say hello.
Yeah, she's my girl.
Hi,
I
Alicia.
owe her tacos. Hi, girl.
She does owe me tacos, but that's another thing for another day. We will go get them
Okay,
soon.
well, now that it's on air, it's officially legal. Has to happen.
That's
It has
true.
to happen.
It is true.
She has been fangirling about you all day. So
I love
now
her.
she's trying to be
It's been
cool.
a minute.
Yes.
It's been a minute. It's good to hear you. It's good to hear you back, and I'm glad you're all healed up from your surgery.
Thank you.
It's all
Appreciate
good.
that.
It's all good.
Nice. I love
She's
your
a
hat. Are you
Trojan, but,
longtime Lakers fan, right?
Oh yeah, born and
Yeah,
raised.
born
I'm
and-
from Los Angeles.
So when you heard about Luka coming to town, nuts, right?
Nuts. I had to
I
pull
s-
this hat out and dust it off.
Still can't believe it's really happening. Really can't believe he's really here right
Exactly.
now. Yeah.
I thought it was fake news.
Yeah,
When
me
it
too.
broke, right, like everybody else, I'm like, this is not happening.
When I first saw the tweet from Shams, I thought Shams got hacked. But then there's a retweet from Shams saying, this is real. Like, this is not fake. But then I'm like, that is exactly what the hacker would do.
Yeah.
If it was fake news, they would retweet it confirming the fake tweet. So, like, my brother and I, before we did our Locked On Lakers emergency podcast, like, we were just like, we need to see this on ESPN, like, televised. And then even then, I'm like, is that a Brian Windhorst deep fake?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, really?
You went down that rabbit
hole. I was like, there's no way this is real.
Yeah. No, it's exciting. I was there for game 1.
Yeah.
I was fortunate to be there. And just seeing the level of excitement, I stayed to the very end because I was like, this is really happening. And it's good to see LeBron embrace, right? I mean,
I hope.
On the court, because I know
I
hear the arguments. But on the court, at least, LeBron has gotten a shot of life.
See, okay, you guys,
shot of life.
let me turn this way because we're all on this show. I mean, it's kind of funny, right, AK? The minute Luka's out, LeBron goes for 40. Am I reading too far into this thing?
Well, in the case of last night, they needed the 40.
And Austin Reeves goes bonkers.
Okay, here's the part of it that, without reading into anything sinister or drama or whatever, Austin and LeBron know how to play off each other.
Yeah.
LeBron and Luka do not yet know how to play off each other. LeBron, Luka, and Austin do not know how to play off each other as a trio. Those two have a shorthand. The three of them do not. So that's still the thing that needs to be figured out. Like, it's not surprising that LeBron and Austin would have an easier time working together than, like, LeBron and Luka after Austin got booted against Charlotte.
That makes sense. But the one thing I have to recalibrate is this Luka and the calf thing. Calves are.
I tried to tell you this yesterday.
Calves should be like almost nothing, but I guess this is not nothing.
Remember, though, he couldn't do any type of like cardio while he's waiting for that calf to get better.
Yeah,
like if he had broken his arm, he could theoretically stay on an elliptical. He could stay on a treadmill. Like, he can do conditioning type stuff. When it's your calf, you can't do anything.
I guess so.
And for a guy like Luka, who is, by NBA standards, not super athletic, he can't rely on athleticism to get through catching up back to himself physically the way somebody like LeBron. If LeBron isn't all the way back conditioning, he's such a great athlete, he can paper over it. Luka can't do that.
Especially if he doesn't know the offense.
Right.
Just yet. It makes sense, but at some point, very soon, I hope, we're going to start to see this dude drop 30 points a night. Because that's why he's here.
And hopefully that's on Tuesday when he plays the Mavericks.
That
would be insane.
Because I can't talk about LeBron James scoring 40 points ever again.
I want to see him put up that number against Denver on Saturday as a warm-up to get him ready.
Get like
to
70
drop,
on
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yes, exactly. Like, he can't put down 60 or 70 against Dallas without first properly warming up against Denver. And if the Lakers beat Denver in the first game against Denver post-AD, that would make them feel better about a lot.
Will the Lakers beat Denver? Come on. You're on the radio.
Yes,
go ahead.
Yes,
there you go.
They will.
Orel?
They've got to.
Yeah.
He's got a chip on his shoulder, right?
You? What do you think? Denver's kind of, and I hate to say it, they've kind of owned them.
Yeah, they're the hot team right now.
Is the game in Denver or is the game in L.A.?
It's here.
Here,
that gives them a shot. Yeah.
Actually, no, it's in Denver.
Oh, it's in Denver.
So,
okay.
Yeah,
I was thinking
the
of
mile high,
Dallas.
the air. I think there's an advantage there.
Oh, it sucks. That altitude sucks.
Yeah,
it really does. Oh, my God. You feel like your head's going to explode.
Oh, it's no joke.
It's no joke.
Salt Lake is tough, too. Salt Lake is more elevated. Yeah, it's more elevated compared to most of the places you play around.
No, I don't think I've never played a game in Utah. I've driven through it.
I don't think Denver ever worries about coming back in the second half because he knows that they know the air is going to hit the opposing team.
I bet.
In the second half, it's terrible.
No, you talk to any player, like, across generations, and they will all tell you, like, that air in Denver is no joke. It's not an excuse players make if they lose to the Nuggets. Like, no, this is real.
It's real.
The same with baseball.
It's
The
even
Dodgers,
real with
right?
baseball. And
Yeah.
you have plenty of time to exert yourself and then rest. Exert yourself and then rest, and it's still real.
It's why the Lakers need to try so hard to get out of that matchup against the Nuggets.
Yeah.
If they end up against the
multitude of
Nuggets,
reasons they need
well,
to-
yes, of course.
7-foot
But-
center would be one.
It's why like these games are important. You know, they likely will not be in the play-in game, but you want to make sure you're not matching up against Denver too early. You want to have Denver, later in the playoff rounds. I think at least.
I hope we're out of the play-in. I hope we're out of the shadow of the play-in.
Well, that's
at this point.
that's the baseline goal for this season is stay in the top 6 and avoid the play-in. And look, they're in position to do it right now. if they win the majority of their games moving forward, they should stay out of the play-in.
They've been in the play-in every year of its existence.
Then you have to eat the
Except
wheat.
the year they missed the playoffs.
You can't.
Except for that.
You can't be dropping games to bad teams. You're going to need this because if you amass enough wins, you'll have a chance to pick your slot in the playoffs versus having to go to Denver to play them in the opening round. That's what you want to avoid.
Yeah, definitely want to avoid this. I'm just showing Alicia right now.
Uh-oh.
IMDb.
Oh, my God. He's still trying to prove it.
This is their fault.
Let it
This
go.
is not my fault. See?
See, Orel, this is how you got thrown out right here. Yeah, right there. See, trying to
This
impress.
her bio on a dating site?
No.
Hey.
AJ's going to throw you out.
It is not, DB does not stand for dating database.
Oh, okay.
It is-
I'm just as long as that they're not trying to say my degree is fake or anything.
No.
You could get the year wrong, but I am a
okay.
Trojan, a very proud
And
Trojan.
they have that actually in your IMDb bio. They say that you, quote, also loves the USC Trojans.
Very much.
Her alma mater, regularly attends USC football and basketball games.
And baseball.
It also says she loves all Los Angeles sports teams, especially the Lakers and the Dodgers, and can be seen frequently at games for both.
Yes, this is true. My dad only had daughters. His love language was sports. So this is what I know. I have a lot of love for.
How many of them were you?
2. But I
So
have
he
a
just
lot of cousins as well.
taught you a ton about sports. Like
we all go to a lot of games.
Nice. And
my sister's on her way to spring training right now.
And East
Arizona.
LA, correct?
East LA and Pico Rivera.
Okay, cool.
Right.
So
back to, I want to make sure that we understand my love for the Lakers, Run Steep, because I'm of a certain age where I do remember Michael Cooper. I was a little girl, but I do remember that Michael Cooper was the defensive like he was the man. And I can tell by my dad and my uncles wanting Michael Cooper to roll up on Larry Bird. Like that was those Lakers Celtics games. That's what I remember as a little girl, So him being here today at Legends Attic, I'm very excited because I've interviewed Robert Horry, and that's in itself, all the rings, I get it, pay homage to the, respect to Robert Horry. However, this will be my first time interviewing Michael Cooper.
Oh, that's going to be dope.
Very excited.
Stay on your toes.
Uh-oh.
Cooper's kind of a
Feisty,
wild card.
huh?
Is he really?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's hilarious. He's really, really funny, but he's going to keep you honest. He's going to keep you sharp.
I'm glad they're honoring guys like him now.
Yes.
Yeah, that they're actually giving credit to the other side, the defensive side of basketball.
He is, in my mind, because I've always thought Cooper had a place in the Hall of Fame and had an argument for the Hall of Fame. Like, I know guys largely get in for numbers, and I get it. He to me is the exception that proves the rule. Like when you are so great at your specialty, and also too, like you're always hearing talk about these guys should sacrifice their numbers because what matters most is winning. You don't want to then turn around and say, well, you didn't have the numbers, so you can't get in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Like, you can't have this both ways. Like, some guys were so great at their specialty that I think you should honor them as the exception that proves the rule.
You'd have to do, like, some serious research, but I bet everybody that he was guarding – their points per game dropped when he was over top of him. So
ask Larry Bird.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And Dr. Buss, correct me if I'm wrong. You're the Laker expert. He specifically told Michael Cooper, "Look, you've got all these stars around you. You're not here to shoot. You're here to D up." And he did it. He took that to heart. He understood the assignment.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
that should be rewarded. It's not just the numbers to get in the Hall of Fame.
Trust, yes, and it greases the skids for a guy we don't like at some point getting to the Hall of Fame. No, I mean, Draymond Green is going to go in at some point.
He will.
See, look at his face. Your face changed.
He's going to get in. I got no issue with him being in the Hall of Fame. He's earned it.
He went to SC in '99 too.
Here we go.
Blame IMDb. This is not my fault. Alicia Delv, thank you very much for the time.
Of course. Come on out.
Good luck with your Coop interview.
Thank you.
Orel Hershiser's still here. We are at Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in Claremont. Coming up next, Melissa and Jacqueline from the Talk Dodgers With Me podcast, 710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here, KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LEARN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LEARN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LEARN.
Hey, it's DFAR. The best sports trips aren't just about the game. It's about the whole experience. With Absolute Sport, that experience is built around you. Whether it's an El Clasico match followed by a night in Madrid, oh yeah, or a company outing at the U.S. Open, they'll customize everything to fit your perfect trip. If your event has a ticket, they'll build a package around it. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your dream trip a reality.
Looking for an exciting new job in the world of professional sports and entertainment? Legends Hospitality is conducting on-the-spot interviews this Saturday, February 22nd and Sunday, February 23rd from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at SoFi Stadium. We're looking for enthusiastic candidates for part-time positions in concessions, merchandise, culinary, and more, offering competitive wages and flexible schedules. Seeking valuable experiences or looking to boost your income? We have the perfect role for you. Enter the stadium at Pinkay Avenue and Veras Drive and check in at VIP Entry 11. Visit legends.net/careers for openings and applications.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
The CONCACAF Nations League finals arrive at SoFi Stadium March 20th to 23rd. USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Hey, yeah. Cadillac music. Let's go. Hey, diamond in the back. Sunroof top. You know what I'm talking about.
The Gangsta Lean.
There you go.
Travis and DeMarco Show. Andy Kiminetsky in for Travis. 710 ESPN. We are live at Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in Claremont. Every bit of sports paraphernalia, particularly LA sports paraphernalia, that you'd ever want to see, plus a little bit of movie stuff, pop culture, even an Abraham Lincoln autograph.
And artwork, not just memorabilia, artwork about your favorite athletes.
Yeah, Robert Horry is going to be dropping by at some point during the show, and he is going to be introduced to Robert Horry art that is being created to our right as we speak.
Yeah, artist Dave Hobrecht over there always does great work whenever we're at Legends Attic.
Yeah,
It's
awesome stuff.
I could spend all day in there. I really could.
It's pretty great.
Like, everything I think is cool is in there. Pretty much. You know what I mean?
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it is so complete. And, again, especially if you are an LA sports person, you really need to drop by and see everything. The Dodgers began their season yesterday, spring training. 12-4 loss against the Cubs, but spring training, the biggest issue is that Bobby Miller is going to be okay. We are joined now by Melissa from the Talk Dodgers to Me podcast and Jacqueline from the Soul Boutique.
Thank you so much for having us.
How are you both?
Thank you. Great. So happy to be here. This is our favorite place. I mean,
cool, right? Regulars? Yeah.
Yes, we really are. It's an LA fan's dream.
It really is. It's just pretty amazing. So, okay, the podcast, Talk Dodgers to Me, you guys are beginning the first season, this podcast, documenting defending a championship.
Wow. Our first season, we won the World Series. So that was
you're a
pretty
good luck charm. That's what's happening
Okay,
there.
you are documenting your first season defending a championship when we've met.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there you
go.
go. Like first time we've interacted. What type of anticipation and excitement is there for this season that you're going to be documenting game to game to game?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. One, I can't wait to experience the baseball culture in Tokyo.
Oh yeah.
I'm thrilled that we're going to be there with our team and to just experience what baseball is like there. To see, Shohei is so famous there, so I'm
and
gonna be quite the
Yamamoto,
fan.
and
You're going to see a lot of ads for Shohei Ohtani. People I've seen like on TikTok and like people, my friends that have visited Japan, have sent me just the sheer amount of advertising for Shohei Ohtani. He's everywhere, which is
I'll
great.
be buying it all. I'll bring it back for
be
you
buying
guys,
it
okay?
all?
Anything that he sponsors.
We're
for
trying to
sure.
get Jacqueline there too, so
I know. I'm keeping it out there.
So talk a little bit about your relationship. Like, So I know you've come on with your co-host before, but what's your relationship with Soul Boutique and Jacqueline?
Yeah, I was asked to bring out a Dodger version, and I connected with her. I saw that her podcast was just something I aligned with, and some of her guests. She had Orel, and I really I hit her up, and I drove out to Santa Monica, and I got it on, and it kind of that was the beginning of October, and after that, it just snowballed, and then just the community, and yeah, it's been really fun. It's been fun growing with her, really.
What's the sports connection with the boutique?
I was born and raised here in LA, and so my boutique kind of went game day, and some women liked it. And so when I moved back to California, I'm from here. My heart is the Dodgers. My heart is the Lakers. Like, I was raised with that, and so it was a really cool mesh that women wanted it. I brought it out. I got it onto some of the girls who host on the field and on podcasts, and it's just been a really cool snowball. So that's the connection, really.
Well, this is actually, now that I think about it, it's very cool because you're talking about the space for women in fashion with sports, or this podcast, Talk Dodgers to Me, with female hosts. Like, this is a great time right now for women's sports in general. I think just recognizing the presence of women in sports, whether you're talking about the athletes themselves or the fan culture, no, really, it's not just dudes. Women love sports.
We've seen entire, accounts on social media dedicated to what Taylor Swift is wearing, what other wives and girlfriends are wearing, and I think it's really cool that it's embracing, the side of sports that women experience every day. When you go to the games, you want to wear something cool, but you don't necessarily want to wear something that's pink and too small or whatever. So that's really awesome that you're adding something that girls and women can wear to games.
She's playing it down too. When we go to Dodger games, and we went to Luka's first game with the Lakers, she gets stopped by everyone. When I wore the sequin Dodger dress to the Dodger games, everyone was I couldn't walk 10 feet without someone asking where this dress was from. And to be supporting each other in our businesses and helping each other grow has been an incredible thing, and we've built such a great friendship.
Yeah, it really it has. Even I go to Dodger Stadium, I'm wearing it, and they're like, "Talk Dodgers with me?" Like, what? And I'm like, "Yeah, actually the one who created you're the one." And so, yeah, it's been just a really natural thing for her and I, and connecting with legends and the energy they've brought in the community. It's just been really fun, and we all just kind of gathered around each other, and it's really cool.
First thing I asked is, can I get one in Royal and Soul?
For the Rams?
Yeah, for the Rams. I need 3 for the house. Can you make those?
I got you. Let's talk.
Rams, we can do that?
I got you.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
LA,
baby.
Your football team is here. Just saying.
Okay.
We throw that out there.
How long does it take to make one? Like, ballpark?
And by the way, is this something we could buy on Soul Boutique if you're watching on the YouTube?
Yes, this is something. The ladies, obviously, going from Dodgers, wanted Lakers.
Yeah.
And so,
nice.
yeah, we did it, and they're ready. They're ready for you girls. And I have a short version of a Dodger one, and I have the white dress. And
heck yeah.
Yeah, no, all ready to go for all the fun.
Christmas,
and for those
Christmas done already.
For those
right
who
there.
can't see, it's a sequin dress, like very award show sequiny type feel. Like that's
and like
the look.
in a shift dress too, because it's nice when you're out at a Dodger game. It might be hot in the middle of summer. You don't want something just clinging to you. It's nice to have something like that. It seems a little breezy, but also fashionable.
Super breezy, and honestly, it hits such an age demographic. Ladies wear it with leggings. It fits so many different
Tucked into
types.
jeans.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
been really fun. It's been fun because it hits all fans, and it's Yeah, it's a great piece.
Are you ready for? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you ready for Dodger hate this year?
Bring it on.
It seems like the whole world is against you. Really? You don't feel the least bit shamed about like buying players and stuff like that. They hate you
ruining baseball.
Ruining baseball. Thank you very much.
Listen, I get it, but why is the focus on what the Dodgers are doing? I think it should be on what the other teams aren't doing.
Yes. Like, if you want to tell me that the other teams across the league, other than maybe like the Yankees and the Red Sox, that they can't spend the exact same amount as the Dodgers, fine. Yeah. Like, that is likely true between the Dodgers TV deal, location, all the Japanese money coming in.
Yeah.
Fine.
Are you getting a lot of that on the podcast, though? People like with the hate? Okay.
Oh, well, our producer, Adam, who chimes in, hates the Dodgers more than anyone else.
He produces a show about the Dodgers, and he hates the Dodgers.
And get
that
this,
works.
He's a diehard Cubs fan.
Oh, poor guy.
So the fact that
he's got
we're going to Tokyo.
he's got way bigger problems than how much you guys
just wish him luck.
But like all
does he like the Browns too?
He doesn't like anything, but there's nothing he hates more than the Dodgers.
Oh,
so that's
good.
become a fun part of the podcast.
I hope he keeps dying.
Just him
slowly.
bringing us back to life a little bit.
Yes,
with,
but all of
calling
these
us
teams,
spoiled Dodger fans.
All of these spoiled, fine. All of these teams, though, could spend more. Even if they can't spend to the level of the Dodgers, they could spend more. And I guarantee there are more teams using the Dodgers as an excuse to not spend because, hey, what's the point? The Dodgers have bought it all up. We can't compete, so we're just going to sit on our money as opposed to spending up to what they could to at least try to be competitive.
But what if they go back-to-back? What if they go back-to-back? What if they win 120?
Big downloads for Talk Dodgers.
You think
and
so?
That's going to be amazing.
You think so? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Once the postseason hit last year, our podcast was growing like crazy, and because of the sequin dress. So I have no doubt we're going back-to-back. Actually, do you remember last year I said it out loud?
Yes.
And then we won. So I'm going to say it again. We are winning the World Series this year again.
Ooh. Can you say Lakers are going to win a championship, too?
Oh, and the Lakers.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely.
Might as well throw the Rams in
keep
there.
going.
Okay, Rams, too.
Yeah.
Let's go.
There you go.
LA Kings.
Everyone.
Who else we got? The Sparks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go buy a lottery team,
USC
too.
women's basketball. Like, everyone's winning a
Everybody
championship
wins.
this year.
How about
in
this? LA wins.
LA
wins.
Yeah, there we go.
Melissa from the Talk Dodgers to Me podcast, Jacqueline Soul Boutique. Thank you both very much for joining.
Don't
Appreciate
forget
it.
me.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
I need three.
I got you.
I need three.
I
There you
got
go.
you.
Yep.
All right, coming up next, going to play a little factor cap right here at Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard, Claremont, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason in Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-675-7676, 800-675-7676, 800-675-7676. Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Guten Tag.
Zdravo.
Oh, hola. Okay. Hola. Thank you, Laura. Okay. So, we are out here at Legends Attic in Claremont today, and, it's not our normal studio show, and so I got up early, and I was going to get out here, and I was thinking about going to a coffee shop and get a different coffee shop than I normally go to on the way here. And I looked at this coffee shop's hours. It didn't open until 8 a.m.
Ooh.
8 a.m.
Ooh.
How does a coffee shop not open until 8 a.m.? So my statement is, coffee shops should always be open at 6 a.m. DeMarco's at Factor Cap.
I'm going to go fact, especially in my neighborhood. They got to open early. There was a spot in Seattle they left the doors open, and you would just come in, you can make your own coffee, pour your own coffee while she got the stoves all warmed up. So, yeah. Fact, got to open by 6, maybe earlier.
And we got Orel Hershiser here joining us again for Factor Cap. Have you ever played before, Orel, with us?
Did you say you get up at the crack of noon?
Instead of the crack of dawn, the
crack of noon. I like it. Yeah.
Okay, Andy.
So Orel Hershiser's into afternoon coffee shops. Yeah. I would say, if you want your coffee shop to do well.
Yeah.
I mean, you're competing with. If you open at 8. You are competing with the coffee shops that have been open for 2 hours.
Right.
And all these people, creature of habit, get used to going to the coffee shop that's open at 6 a.m. on their way to work.
Right.
At 8 o'clock, I'm 3 coffees in already. You know what I mean?
Or you may be at your office.
Right.
At your office or on the way to work in the middle of your commute.
Yeah,
somebody up here has an espresso machine.
That guy
there. I have an espresso machine, but sometimes I'm out of pods. I gotta, wait. Right. So I go to.
I don't mingle with the riffraff.
Oh, my God! Wow.
I'm not going to be in some coffee shop with the peasants.
I've got to get up and study Lakers. I'll have my espresso.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, because there's a YouTube component, right, Andy?
There is a YouTube component for the sickos who like to watch.
Okay, so I saw on Instagram and Twitter that Roki Sasaki announced that he's married, which is amazing. Congratulations to the happy couple. But kind of like with Otani, the public did not necessarily know that he was married until he was married, which is kind of interesting. So it got me thinking, a surprise wedding, just announcement to the world on social media is kind of chic. Andy, Factor Cap.
fact, I guess, if you're a celebrity, because people are always speculating about
up in your
love.
business.
Yeah, they're speculating about your love life anyway. So, in some ways, it's a flex. Like, we managed to do this under the paparazzi's nose without them realizing it.
Of course.
Like, we fooled all of you. So I guess, fact.
It doesn't amaze me that they can say all of a sudden they're married. What amazes me is nobody even knows these people were dating.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
It's like, where did they build this relationship and then say, okay, it's time to get married?
And keep it out of public view.
Especially when you're someone as famous as Ohtani and as famous as Sasaki is.
What's more harder to do? Keep the Luka trade under wraps or not let people know?
Fake
what was
news.
harder if your show? Yeah.
Ooh.
That's hard, right?
I would say it's harder to keep the Luka deal under wraps.
Yeah.
Just because you have two people who they want to work together, but they're also kind of in opposition.
A lot of trust there.
Right.
Yeah,
Whereas the two people in a relationship, Sasaki and his wife,
we can keep it quiet. We're on the same page.
They theoretically want the same thing.
Yeah, that was Omerta level silence there. That was dope. Yeah.
Okay, so I saw yesterday, I believe, that Martin Scorsese is going to do a movie starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Emily Blunt, and Leonardo DiCaprio. And The Rock is someone who maybe is not known for the most, dramatic Oscar-winning performances. We know Martin Scorsese is. So you're excited to see what The Rock and Scorsese can cook up. Andy, fact or cap?
Fact. The last Dwayne Johnson performance, I remember thinking he was really good dramatically, was a movie called Pain and Gain. Michael Bay directed it. Like, the movie is very Michael Bay-ish.
Not the one where he plays the Tooth Fairy?
Not the Tooth Fairy, no. It's got, like, Michael Bay flourishes, but it's more serious than a lot of his others. Dwayne Johnson's legit good in this movie, and I think be interesting to see him, especially as he gets older and he's aging and maybe has to shift to some non-action stuff. What he does with Scorsese.
Yeah.
He's got a Safdie Brothers movie coming up, too. So
if you're not familiar with the Safdies, they did Uncut Gems.
So it seems like Dwayne Johnson is recognizing the need to shift a bit. So, yeah, I'm curious.
I don't want to go to war over that. Pain and Gain is like The Rock is playing a muscled-up dude. Well, that's kind of normal.
But there's a lot of layers to his performance, though.
Dude, I would have gone the Get Shorty Part 2, where he played the actor bouncer. That was good. But I'm geeked for any Marty film, always. And I disagree with The Rock in having to stretch himself and be more of a dramatic actor. Stay in your lane, homeboy. You're more in the Stallone.
It gets harder, though, to do that as you get older, though.
But they all try. I mean, didn't Arnold try? Stallone did. They all do. I mean, but just don't forget about us and why we love you. You break stuff and you shoot guns, and that's why we love you. And you have big muscles.
I think in the Safdie Brothers movie, he's going to be breaking stuff. Like,
good.
It's called the Smashing Machine.
But if you make him, this is going to be like they said it was a Hawaiian gangster flick.
Yeah, like a heist.
Yeah. Now, if you play into that, you go Denzel and give me Training Day. Absolutely,
exactly.
But I don't want to see The Rock crying.
Is it the prejudice of the audience that's where I want him, or the talent that they have developed to be able to play the new way?
Same. Okay. I grew up on Eastwood. Eastwood to me is Dirty Harry. He's a cowboy.
Yeah,
I did not want to see Bridges of Madison County. That's not my thing with him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I love this part. So I'm geeked for Marty. I'm geeked if he plays the gangster, but I don't need to see The Rock cry.
And then, then occasionally you'll have to see Leonardo DiCaprio crawl inside a bear to win an Oscar.
That was awesome. Yeah,
that's what's gonna happen. Are you excited for this, Orel? The Rock and Scorsese doing a movie together?
I guess it'll be great. I'm going against you. Right
Yeah.
here. It's going to be fantastic. Martin's not going to let it be
No,
bad.
Exactly.
I'm
He doesn't do
excited
bad
for the
movies.
movie.
He doesn't make a bad movie.
I don't need to see The Rock crying, though.
Unless
Okay.
maybe Marty make it under 3 hours, that'd be great, because this last movie was quite long. I mean, I'm fine. I'll sit and watch it, but most people won't. All right, so we saw this morning that the Yankees announced that they will be doing away with their facial hair requirement for their players.
Wow.
And so, they can have long, quote, well-groomed beards. I don't know who's going to judge whether it's well-groomed or not, but you would take a job that told you how you could have your physical appearance. Not just like the implication, like, you'd like to look nice if you're on TV, but if your job said you can't ever wear a hat, you can't ever have facial hair, you can't ever have, I don't know, a shirt that's blue, no matter how arbitrary. So you would still take that job. Andy, fact or cap?
It's a hard one, man.
Again, you love the job. It's your dream job. You want this job.
It's different.
But they told you have to only wear red shirts.
You're married with a kid now. It's different. See?
I would have to really want the job because on principle that seems so stupid. And, like, really, like, what do you care? What, like, I happen to have a beard. Like, why do you care that much that I would have a beard? I would have to really want this job. It would have to feel really once in a lifetime. Like, now, I will say.
Like playing for the Yankees for a lot of people.
Well, by the way, my theory with the Yankees, the reason they got rid of this is they came to recognize we're competing against the Dodgers and their appeal and their money. We can no longer afford to have the arbitrary facial hair rules and get the best guy. So the Dodgers broke the Yankees. They broke the Yankees.
You're putting that on them, too?
Yes, and I love it.
What'd you think of that whole hair thing in New York?
You know, I think it's interesting because the question was put up there by what job would you worry about?
Yeah.
You know, the job, not just the Yankees. And I think you know in the interview if you're going for a job, am I going to dress of the culture of what the job I'm trying to get, or am I going to come in and say, take me as I am, or am I going to fake it and dress as it, and then once I have the job, am I going to switch and then be free?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. But the whole Yankee thing, that George Steinbrenner put that rule in 50 years ago, and now his son has taken it out, and I think, you know, times change. I mean, it's probably actually too late almost, right? You know, it's not.
Think about
like,
the players they lost.
Because of that?
Because of
they didn't want to do it?
I feel like it might just be. It might be.
Or I think about the
pro
players
and
they
con.
changed.
Everybody came there that had a beard and had to shave it, got younger.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the guys
they all got younger.
Yeah, I mean, Garrett Cole won.
You look younger. I
That's
know.
true.
Well,
Easy.
If you want to look younger, you have an alternative.
I just think of Allen Iverson in the Jordan era. Jordan would introduce suits. AI introduced, streetwear.
And he refused to change.
And he bent you to his will. Cam Newton, we talk about his outfits now and what he wears, right? Do you remember how it started for him in Carolina?
No.
That owner told him, if I draft you, no tats and you can't grow your hair out. That's the first thing he told him. So I'm not shocked at the way he looks now because he gets to be who he is. But I don't know. My younger self probably would have told you to go stick it. I'm going to do what I do. My older self with kids, okay, I'll cut the beard off.
And there's something too, like you're not bigger than this organization. This organization has been doing this for one way, and you're not bigger. The Yankees are a bigger product.
I'm not going to turn down the Yankees because of a beard.
Right, but at the same time, I don't consider growing sideburns or a beard making myself bigger than the organization. Like, that's not exactly name on the front type material.
You're making yourself an individual.
I mean, you grew a beard.
He doesn't like it.
Well, we have gone from casual Friday to casual life to work for home in your gym shorts.
Yeah, of course.
Good point.
Okay, I think we can allow a beard.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
So that's
not
Patrick
exactly upstaging the organization. I grew a beard.
Individuality. But yeah, that's Factor Cap.
Nice.
Factor Cap, anything?
Oh, yeah.
You never mess up your plug.
Sponsored by Legends Attic on Foothill in Claremont.
Legends Attic is brought to you by the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. You may have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first. Call 213-747-2000, the law office of Joseph S. Normand. That's 213-747-2000, or visit normandlegal.com.
You're the reason I want my quarterbacks to be able to run. Right there. See, I don't know what to do. Just run.
I just was clarifying to make sure there wasn't something I was supposed to read at that point because I didn't have it. All right. Last night, the Lakers.
I don't know what I just called. Run!
Run! Oh, I can scramble. I can absolutely scramble. Coming up next, the Lakers get a hard-fought 110-102 win over the Blazers. It was often ugly, but LeBron and Austin Reeves carried the team through it, and I do think there was some significance to it. Get in that next 710 ESPN.
Are you the greatest Laker fan of all time? Enter to win, and you could be named the Lakers GOAT. That's right, GOAT. The winner will receive the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats, exclusive experiences, Lakers swag, and BB Go for a year. For all the contest information, visit LakersGFOAT.com.
COSM.com to get your tickets today. That's COSM.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Lowe's knows that your deadlines don't change, even when your job does. But with Lowe's Buy Online, Pick Up in Store, we'll help you adjust on the fly. And when you absolutely can't leave the project, we can deliver to your job site as soon as same day. Lowe's knows pros. We help, you save. Valid on eligible in-stock orders and select zip codes placed by 2 p.m. for same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. More terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
We're out here at Legends Attic in Claremont. And don't forget, guys, ESPN LA, the Lakers, and BBGO are teaming up to find the Lakers Gafote. Got a lot of Lakers fans out here. We're going to have some Laker legends coming by a little bit later. But BBGO and the Lakers are teaming up to find the Gafote, the greatest fan of all time. Are you the Gafote? If so, you could win the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats and a year's supply of BBGO. If that's you, go to LakersGafote.com. LakersGFOAT.com to learn how to submit your entry.
Gafote. I see the Gafote out here. Look, right there. There's a Gafote.
Yeah?
Fan. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
One of them?
Dude.
Can't wait for Ori and Cooper to get here. Yeah.
You need to enter this contest if you are a Laker fan because the grand prize is amazing. Like
courtside seats, and again, you never know who you're going to be rubbing elbows with at your Lakers courtside. It could be Leonardo DiCaprio. It could be.
Hey, Denzel, do you want some of my BBGO that I brought over?
Of course.
My year's supply of BBGO?
Even Rams Puka Nacua could be next to you. Who knows?
It's awesome, and it's a great way for Laker fans to rep. Laker fans were excited last night when the team won 110-102 in Portland against the Blazers. No Luka, no Vando, and it was a sloppy, often ugly, very gritty game.
Glad you brought that up. What the heck did you tweet? What did you mean by that? You lost me with that. The drunk uncle pass out game. What did you say?
Yeah, I said about maybe 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Lakers Blazers is dead from alcohol poisoning drunk, and we're only in the first quarter.
What did that mean?
The game had been so frenetic and sloppy and turnovers. There was one point where you had back-to-back missed dunks.
Yeah.
Jackson Hayes clanged one, then Portland clanged one on the next possession. Then Jackson Hayes ended up getting and completing a running dunk. LeBron had 5 turnovers in the first quarter. Both teams, it was stuck on, I want to say 3-2 for 3 minutes.
Okay, so you meant bad basketball.
Yeah, it was all over the place. And LeBron put up 40, Austin Reeves put up 32, but it wasn't one of those nights where your stars come through and they look like supermen in the process. This was a night where both of them put up great nights, but they had their own struggles. LeBron had 11 turnovers. Austin Reeves had 6. But they worked through it.
Not only turning it over, I'm not even going to chase it when I do. I'm just going to stand there and look at it. One of those nights, I mean, when you got it going offensively and you can afford to play like that, it is what it is. What did you think of AR and foul hunting? Direct result of him being kicked out the last game, so let me go prove something to the officials?
Well, Austin, I thought, because he got to the line 13 times last night, made 12 of them,
shots,
by the way.
Yeah, big.
Austin, I thought, went about looking for his fouls in the perfect way because he was clearly aggressive, but he kept his mouth shut.
He was just on the right side of in control.
He did not argue because I think he learned his lesson from the game before in Charlotte. Whether you think him getting ejected was deserved or not, he got tossed and it hurt his team.
Yeah, I think I would have gone the other way if I'm him. I would have gotten into the ref's face because I don't think you throw him out again because I thought the first one was weak anyway, so you've got a little bit of leeway. The last thing I'm going to do is lay back, especially playing the way he's playing when you're looking for foul calls.
Austin, I don't think is wired to push it like that. But
if you're going to play that style, you should. There is a big man to my right. What's up, big man? Come on in.
Speaking of guys wired to win games and win championships, Robert Horry joining us.
They're always taller than you think.
7-time NBA champion, 3 with your Los Angeles Lakers.
Yes.
Part of your Spectrum Sportsnet postcast, Robert Horry. How are you, man?
I'm blessed, man. Great to be here.
He is, of course, at Legends Attic in Claremont.
I'm going to sit down so I can be as tall.
Now we're the same height. I like this.
We need a lower chair, unfortunately. You're still not all the way there.
Yes.
You were on the post game last night, correct? For 110-102?
And I was pulling my hair out watching that game.
Yeah?
Hey, you just can't lose to 3 bad teams in a row, man. And last night, LeBron 40 for 40, and he was
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Was it what Portland was doing? Because they do fight hard for their coach, or was it what the Lakers weren't doing that made it so close?
It's a combination of everything. I think the Lakers got to a point where they weren't making shots, and Portland was making shots. And when you don't have Luka, another superstar, and you have like one superstar on the court, I'm talking AR because he's been playing like one, it's kind of hard to beat teams. And then you look at the most successful teams in the league now, they have 3 superstars.
Yeah.
And so now when Luka get healthy and AR is turned into a superstar, and LeBron, when he's I call it when his energy is full.
Yeah.
He's one of the best players in the league. And I know I say energy full because he's 40. He's not going to have that energy every night. It's like a video game. Sometimes it's going to be depleted, and sometimes, but when they got the energy as a whole, they're good.
You talk about LeBron playing till he was 40. You played till you were 37. That's a long NBA career. And I know.
How'd you feel at the end at 37?
My feet hurt every day.
So I can only imagine how LeBron feels. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I said. When people talk about his feet are hurting, they got upset about the All-Star, and we understand why he didn't play, but it's a real thing. You think about all the guys who retired early. It's like it wasn't because they didn't have the juice. It's just something on their body hurt. And for me, my feet were hurting, and plus mentally I was tired. And LeBron has to do that think about it. He's been playing since he was 18. And he's 40.
It's a lot of basketball.
That's a lot of basketball, doing the same thing day in, day out, and then being dedicated to your craft. Because I'm going to tell you a little secret. My last year going into the league, playing for the Spurs, I knew I was done. You know how many times I worked out that summer?
How many?
3.
3 times all summer?
Because I knew I was done, man.
Okay.
I'm not.
Because you knew you were done, or because the workouts became so difficult because you're 36, 37.
Yeah, my workouts, I love working out. I had a great trainer, James Cooper, who trained like Vince Young, Adrian Peterson, a lot of those guys. Trains Trent, who plays for the San Francisco 49ers.
Trent Williams?
Trent Williams.
I hate your trainer. Okay, yeah.
But now I just, I just was tired mentally, physically, and he used to call me that, hey, you still got to live, man. Come work out. I said, okay, I'll be there. I never showed up, man. But, it just was like, I knew because my mindset was, I'm going to go into training camp. I don't care if they cut me because I'm still going to get paid. And I just was like, I just wasn't there.
At what age in basketball do you go from the young guy where your full tank is there every night to I now have to start doing maintenance to have a full tank?
10th season for me.
10th season was when it crossed over?
When I hit the 10th season, it was like.
At what age was that?
That was 31. And once I hit 31, 32, I was like, oh, crap. It ain't bouncing back like it used to.
So this is the three-peat season.
Yes.
This is. I mean, I just went through your basketball reference and counted to 10.
Well, no, but basically it was my last year with the Lakers when it hit me.
Oh,
yeah. So
I mean, that was. I don't mean to bring up bad memories. That was a rough playoff.
That was a really rough playoff.
I've never seen Robert Horry not be able to make threes. I mean, like it was astonishing, but that makes sense.
That playoffs cost me $6 million.
Cost you $6 million.
I'm so sorry to bring it up again.
Because I was going into my last season with the Lakers, and that was my most expensive season. Yeah, and they were like, we're going to get rid of you and bring in Carmelo. Yes,
oh, my God. Wow.
Because he's cheaper and better.
Batting 1,000 today, AK. See? 99, that bad year. When you are introduced to a new team and you're going to a place that has an established star, how do you fit in? Did you ever have problems with that?
No. You know what I did was we would go to practice, and after practice, I would go sit next to – when I got here, I would sit next to Shaq and just talk to him. Like, how do you like the ball thrown to you? What do you like to do on the post? And then I talked to Kobe, and when I went to San Antonio, I talked to Tim. I tried to talk to Tony and Manu, but the language barrier was a little different at times. But, I would talk to Tim. Yo, man, and I remember the craziest question I ever asked him. I said, man, why y'all suck versus the Suns? And he looked at me like, what? I said, yeah, the Suns kick y'all butt all the time. He says, man, I don't know what it is. I said, well, we're going to figure that out. That's not going to happen.
You solved that problem.
Yeah, I just checked.
Is that when you drilled Steve Nash? That was great, yeah.
Robert Horry's like, this is simple, man.
Yeah, hit him.
You haven't figured this out?
Right.
Take Nash out.
Did they come to you, though? Because I wonder, how does Luka do this with LeBron? Does he do what you did? Does he go and ask LeBron, or do you – if you're the other guy, did they ask something of you at the same time?
I hope so. I don't think they ask anything of me because the superstars pretty much say, they know who can play the game. You watch their whole career and you see what they can do and you see who they play with. Basically, think about it. I just came from Dream and I went to Shaq. Shaq like, oh, you did this for Dream, so do the same thing for me. And now Shaq, Dream, I go to Tim, like they really knew what you could do. And so for me, that was the easy part. Everybody always said, well, how do you fit in? And I feel like throughout my whole career, I sacrificed so much. People always think that, they just had a discussion about this, like the people at the end of the bench can't play, or this guy's only averaging 7 points. Can he play? Like, think about this. I averaged, 7 points throughout if you totality of my career. But at the end of the game, who did I always go to?
Big Shot Bob.
I'm like, if they would have did this during the game, we wouldn't be in this situation. We'd be winning the game by 15 points. So
Kobe truly trusted very few of his teammates over the course of his career. You were one of the ones he trusted.
Yeah.
I mean, he clearly trusted you.
He trusted me a lot because he I'm going to tell you, the first moment I met Kobe, we were sitting down at the practice facility, and he came and said, man, tell me about Dream. I want to be so good. And I was like, oh, man, this is what he was. This is how we worked together. This is what we did. And, he was one of the hardest working players. I think he is the hardest working player I ever played with.
Well, Kobe actually one offseason went to work with Hakeem on post footwork for a guard, even though, like, Kobe's post footwork, like his footwork in general, was better than, like, 99% of the league as it was. But he wanted to do it the way Hakeem did, learn those secrets.
Yeah, I tell kids all the time when they talk, I said, don't look at how Kobe shot the ball. Don't look at how he dribbled. Look at his footwork. Footwork can get you out of so many issues. You think about last night, and I'm bringing this up because the TV was there. Think about when LeBron got trapped like 3 times. He just did this, and he just threw it and turned it over.
Yeah.
Kobe would have pivoted, stepped through, and did all those kind of things. And I don't know if that was because of the fatigue or whatnot, but that's just a point that I can show you where footwork can get you out of situations.
Yeah, I mean, it was like watching a dancer's feet. Like it was that choreographed. Probably the soccer, and he played soccer growing up overseas in Italy and that. I imagine that played a role in getting his footwork so good beyond just he was all into precision. Kind of
I was just talking to a little kid the other day, and he was like, what's the most important thing in basketball? I said, footwork. I said, this is going to sound funny. There's 3 things that I recommend for every kid to do. If you can't do dance, do soccer. Take yoga, and take Pilates. Those are the 3 things Pilates are stretching. Those are the 3 things that's going to keep in your longevity because, you think about what Kareem did. Let's take Kareem. all the years he played. He was like the first person to do yoga and all this kind of stuff. If I was as smart as I thought I was, I'd have followed in his footsteps and did yoga. Instead of playing, 16 seasons, I could have probably played 20.
If it makes you feel better, nobody's as smart as Kareem.
No. No. He's not afraid to tell you.
I always say, like, Kareem is the GOAT of impressive people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he could have skipped basketball and just become an author.
He's the smart man. Yeah.
The first long-form interview I ever did in this industry was a sit-down with Kareem. And I think I did it okay, but I was
terrified,
so nervous.
Oh, I bet.
It's like, I don't want to ask a stupid question, and I'm worried anything I ask Kareem could feel stupid to him.
Kind of like right now with
smart.
him. I'm just
No. But I had the pleasure of going to this NBA function in London with Kareem, and we were talking. I'm just sitting there like a little kid, like, wow, he's actually talking to me. He's actually giving me advice. He's actually engaging with me, and it was so mesmerizing because when you look at all the phenomenal athletes, when you talk about icons, like he is a true icon, and it always makes me mad when we always talk about the GOAT situation. We never really talk about him, because he was, you talk about one of the reasons you call LeBron the GOAT is because of his longevity. Kareem had that before anybody, and then and plus he went to college. So that's three
and
extra
they
years
changed
right
the rules
Yeah.
in
For
college
him.
because of him.
Those lists are always subjective.
Yeah.
They are. How many rings do you have?
Only 7.
Only 7 rings. Only 7 rings. So, and you've got the nickname Big Shot Bob. So, when it's coming to you in that moment, what is your mindset? Why are you so calm in those moments?
I don't care.
At all.
Don't care. And I say that in a great way, not like to be a butthole about it. It's like I don't care. And I say that because if you care too much, you're going to overthink it.
Okay.
If you don't care and you say, hey, you don't, like I tell everybody, it's just like when you get up in the morning, you walk to the bathroom, you don't go left, right, left. You just do it, right?
Yeah.
I know that's a Nike slogan, but it's true. You just do it. And I don't think about it because when you think, you mess up, and that's what I was thinking about my last year with the Lakers. I was thinking about, I got to get to the season. We got a 4-peat instead of just playing the game and having fun. And then when you start thinking, it gets in your way. Your mind can get in your way when it comes to sports.
Paralysis by analysis.
Exactly, yeah.
You know why I'm asking, right? Because of that stat that somebody brought up yesterday about LeBron.
1 of 29.
1 of 29 in big shots. Right. You're like, I mean, why even bring that up? I don't know. What does that feel like to have the ball in your hand with 3 seconds to go and you got to nail it to win?
Well, for me, it's a different mindset. I'm always having someone create for me. Kobe always created for me. Manu created for me. And you the man when you got to create for yourself and you got 3 guys coming at you, it's kind of hard. I think sometimes we expect our exceptional athletes to be exceptional every moment they're on the floor. But you forget there are exceptional athletes on the other side, too.
Yes, they get paid, too.
I remember at the time, like, Kobe's percentage in those type of moments was pretty low, too.
Yeah.
Like, especially when you think about all the shots Kobe made, but like
do you know your percentage? Do you know your percentage on those shots? We know the big ones, the ones you hit.
About 100%.
I think I've missed probably 3.
Ever?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you're from Krypton too, then.
I remember shots like that against the Blazers.
Yeah. I only remember one. Now that you're talking about it, that one I missed against the Spurs, and it cost me the $6 million. That's the only one I can remember. Maybe because it cost me $6 million.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you average more points in the playoffs?
I did.
Yeah, because I'm thinking in the regular season you're averaging 7. And if you have a big shot in the regular season, you only had 4 points when you're in the corner.
Yeah. And that's what I tell everybody. I said, man, they just didn't run no plays for me. And I'm going to go back to the last game I had where I was freaking killing it. In 2005, when I was with the Spurs, we played the Detroit Pistons in the finals. I was hot. I mean, when I say hot, hotter than fish grease, as we say, Pop ran no plays for me. None. So in that second half, like even that last play where I got the shot, it wasn't for me. It was for freaking Manu. I'm like, dude, I'm the hot guy. Come to me. But, it is what it is. I'm the type of guy I'm a great teammate. I just play the game like it's supposed to be. Whatever you need me to do, coaching, I'm going to do it. You might get a little feedback every now and then, a little kickback. But
I'm the hot guy. I'm the hot guy. Bring it to me is some thinking, though.
That is,
you said no thinking. I don't care. But you care when you didn't get the ball.
He's glowing.
Yeah, but my whole thing is basketball is the simplest thing ever. You take advantage of the opportunities, you take advantage of the mismatch, and you take advantage of the hot guy. This is simple. You keep it.
You going to do it, AK?
Okay, well, yeah.
Do the Robert Horry.
First of all, I looked it up. Your 3-point percentage in the playoffs was also higher than in the regular season. So outside of the $6 million season, you raised it.
Take that season out.
You raised it every year. Secondly, DeMarco and I were talking about this, and we wanted to ask the classic iconic shot against Sacramento, Western Conference Finals. Your reaction afterwards.
Let me see if I can do it.
With the arms behind the back, kind of strutting. I've never seen a human being do that before. Like, was that?
I said
signature?
George Jefferson. No,
that's my peacock moment.
Peacock moment.
Was that something you had ever done before? Was it spontaneous? Like, how did that happen?
It's just spontaneous, man. Every kid does the 5-4-3-1, but I've never done that before in my life. And if you ask me to do it again, I couldn't replicate it. And I don't even remember what to do. I just, I was just so proud. You know how Kevin Hart said, "Say it with your chest."
Yes,
I kind of said it with my chest.
Yeah, you did.
Because I mean, you're for me, and I'm a big beyond covering the team. I'm a big Laker fan in real life. When you did this, I was not even in this industry, so I could be all fandom. I remember where I was when you guys won Game 7 of that series, 2000 Game 7 against Portland. All of that,
hell of a run. Yeah.
It's not just your shot that has become iconic. Your reaction to the shot.
Love me.
And everyone around you. Like, everyone that's
don't hurt yourself.
Well known. And then you telling Vlade to shut up.
Yeah, it was so. People don't realize how much I wanted to be a Laker when I was a little kid. I had a Magic Johnson poster, and I was in college, and this is sounding weird. I used to give him a high five every night before I went to bed when we had games. And I just want, I grew up a big, and I literally almost cried when they were playing the Bulls in the finals, and Magic pulled a hamstring.
Yeah.
I was like, no. So, but it's, and then, to think about it, when you grow up as a kid, loving a franchise, loving individuals, and then you got to do it in front of your fans. And if I watch that clip right now, you can see the goosebumps jump on me just because every time I see that clip, the shot from above, and you see all the fans jump up at the same time. You see the ball boy Carlos run across the floor, and you see Mark Madsen excited. It's just. See, I'm getting goosebumps now just even talking about it because it's just when you talk about iconic moments in Laker history, I'm probably top 5, and that's something to say.
No, I mean it's amazing. We were talking before about Michael Cooper getting into the Hall of Fame, which led to the jersey now being retired by the Lakers, and the Lakers have that standard of we don't retire a jersey unless you're in the Hall of Fame. And guys like you and Fish and Byron Scott always come up as the guys that basically for any other franchise, you would have your number retired.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about the success of this franchise and then you being such an indelible part of it.
Yeah. You know what's weird? I got nominated this year for the Hall of Fame, and I didn't make it. But the thing is, I didn't even want to make it to be in the Hall of Fame. This is God honest. I'm telling y'all, this is the first time it's ever came out of my mouth. I wanted to make it just so I could have my jersey retired as a Laker. I'm not even gonna lie. Because think about what I just said, being growing up a big Laker. That would have meant so much to me. And I don't know how Mike did it, but if my number got retired, I would have to have someone speak for me because I'd be crying. I'd be crying like a baby, like, man, I'm so happy I can't do that. I'm like,
high five Magic when I was 7.
Yeah. And so that would mean more to me than the Hall of Fame because I think when you talk about the iconic franchises, you got that green team and you got the Lakers, and it's just to be a part of that history, man, that, they would never be able to take that from you, be amazing.
So then taking this a step further, if you had been inducted into the Hall of Fame, you'd be going in as a Laker in your mind.
Correct.
Above any other franchise, you'd be going in as a Laker.
Yeah, 7 years, 3 championships, that kind of outweighs everything. Even though I love my time in Houston and San Antonio, I just think that as a little child, when you have dreams, and then you get to go into the Hall of Fame, which was never one of my dreams, but and then to have your number retired as a Laker, man, I'm telling you, I probably wouldn't be real right now because I'd still be somewhat drunk right now. Because I'd be so excited, man. Not for me going to the Hall, but me hopefully getting my number retired as a Laker.
It is so refreshing to hear your content and remember the stories and the moments. But the refreshing part for me is your childlike spirit about your career. I mean, so many guys retire, move on, and all of a sudden it's like, that's when I played.
Yeah.
And you are still alive inside.
I am because I love basketball so much, and I think about once you hit 40, I stopped playing, and then I started back playing again, and I was telling people, like, it's just the bouncing of the ball, the squeaking of the sneakers, and this is going to sound weird, even when you're running down the court and you can feel the wind hit your face. It's all those little things that are so special, and I know as you gotten older, I'm 54 now, I'm like, I like, damn it, I wish I could still play, because we all start playing this game for fun when we were little kids, but then next thing you know, it becomes a business, and it turns into something else, and it takes a whole new, direction. And for me, basketball was, when they said basketball is life, basketball is just love. I don't call basketball life. For me, it was just love.
In baseball, it was like, for me, feeling the spikes go into the dirt, catching the ball, smelling the leather of my glove, all different, there's just so much that you love. And
I liked hitting
How about
people.
the part about getting dirty? That's when I played baseball, I loved that. And my mom would get mad. You didn't have to slide. Mom, I got to get dirty.
Absolutely. That's the whole point.
How many sports did you play growing up?
I played 2. My mom would let me play football. She said, you're too skinny.
When did you know you were special in basketball?
My 9th grade year, I knew I was special because my high school coach would not let me play with the 9th grade team. And he says, you're going to play varsity. I'm like, why? He says, because you're too good for the 9th grade team. And I was like, but we can win a state championship. Back then you could win a state championship.
Every level.
Yeah, at 9th grade, which was 9th grade, and we had varsity in Alabama. But he says, no, we can play varsity. I'm like, but I want to win a championship.
Was it skill or size that made you good at first?
I think it was more so size. My first year was size, but I went from averaging like 10 points my freshman year in high school to averaging 23 my sophomore year, because after playing that first year, I knew exactly what I needed to do to get better. And one of them was trying to get stronger, but that didn't happen. I just had to learn how to, I started going, this is going to sound weird too, I started playing against grown men because they were bigger and stronger than me. So I went and played against them, and I learned how to maneuver because I knew I couldn't be as strong as those guys, so I had to figure it out, how to get shots, so how to separate myself, and how to just, I was just telling Bilodeau, who plays for the UCLA, my son's at UCLA, that a lot of guys don't use this anymore where you let the ball take you to a shot. Most guys want to catch it, look. Like for me, I learned as soon as that ball was coming, I would catch it and turn it at the same time to catch you off guard, to shoot it over the top of you. And guys now don't do that because they think it's all about, I'm a big, I got to be physical. You can be big and have some finesse to you too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens when you see Steve Nash now?
Steve Nash, people don't understand. Steve Nash, my boy.
Really?
He was my rookie in Phoenix. Funny story. So me and Steve Nash wasn't getting any playing time because of Danny Ainge. We all hate Danny Ainge, right? So we were going to Sacramento.
So many reasons.
Right. We were going to Sacramento, and Steve's like, man, I want to go to Santa Clara. I said, because he went to Santa Clara. I said, I'll ride with you. So we rode down to Santa Clara. We went to his game, and I was tagging along with him. They honored him and everything. And then we drove back to Sacramento the next day, and it was like, we ain't playing, so we don't care, you know. So we just, me and Steve were cool. I love Steve, but everybody thinks because I body checked him, I don't like him. But when I'm telling, I tell everybody, when the playoffs start, I ain't got no friends. There it is. I said, if I got to knock you on your butt, I'm going to knock you on your butt.
And you needed to stop him.
Like somebody needed to hit him.
The only way to dismantle those Suns was stopping Steve Nash.
Yes.
That's what it took. That's what it took. Robert Horry, 7 rings, 3 with the Lakers. Lakers icon here at Legends Attic. Thank you very much, man.
Man, thank you. This was probably been my most fun interview in a long time.
Hey,
thank you guys.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
And because I'm glad you see that the joy we have for our sport is just amazing, man. It's just like
fantastic.
Because it's a zillion people out there would love to have the chance to do what we do, so we need to appreciate it.
Well, coming up next, we're shifting from one Laker great to another. Michael Cooper, recently inducted into the Hall of Fame, is going to be joining us. Travis and DeMarco Show, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 16, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Hey, it's D4. If you're like me, you just don't want to watch the game. You want the best experience every time. That's why Absolute Sport is a game changer. VIP access to the biggest games, exclusive pregame parties, luxury hotels, whether it's courtside, ringside, or the 50-yard line, Absolute Sport makes sure you're there, not just watching, you're living the action. Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your next sporting experience absolutely unforgettable.
Looking for an exciting new job in the world of professional sports and entertainment? Legends Hospitality is conducting on-the-spot interviews this Saturday, February 22nd and Sunday, February 23rd from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at SoFi Stadium. We're looking for enthusiastic candidates for part-time positions in concessions, merchandise, culinary, and more, offering competitive wages and flexible schedules. Seeking valuable experiences or looking to boost your income? We have the perfect role for you. Enter the stadium at Pinkay Avenue and Veras Drive and check in at VIP Entry 11. Visit legends.net/careers for openings and applications.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side? I'm in the far side. You're in the far side.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah! What up, baby? Travis and DeMarco Show live at Legends Attic. We have spoken with Orel Hershiser. We've spoken with Robert Horry, and now we've got the recently inducted Hall of Famer, Michael Cooper, Lakers legend, jersey up in the rafters, and already giving DeMarco Farr crap.
I managed to make a Hall of Famer mad. I am so sorry, folks.
And I'm very upset because he had a picture growing up of Dr. J dunking on me, which he kind of like said it was just out of Sports Illustrated, but he probably got it. But you know what? That's okay, because the good thing about that is I get paid every time that picture is shown.
Absolutely. Ooh. We cut every Sports Illustrated cover out. We taped them on the wall, and yours, that one just happened to be over my bed. So
here's the thing.
I have been a fan of you since I was a kid.
No, you're not. He was dreaming about Dr. J. That's what he was
I used to pretend I used to pull the socks up, wear the shorts with the string hanging.
Everybody wore their clothes like that in the 80s. We had Daisy Dukes and long socks.
Do you remember recently, it was maybe, I don't know, about 10, 15 years ago, when the Kobe Powell team did the Showtime shorts, like the short shorts?
I remember that, yeah.
And they were all so awkward with it, they changed at halftime back into the long shorts. And we talked with them afterwards. They all said, yeah, we felt way too self-conscious and weird. Like someone like Andrew Bynum, these shorts were almost like bikini briefs because he was just so tall.
Different era then. Yeah.
Or they don't understand. The old school stuff is the best stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was our generation, right?
Exactly.
What was it like to get the call? Did you start crying?
No, wait, my call came on April 1st.
Okay.
So I thought it was an April Fool's joke.
Oh.
I really did. I had gotten that call 2 years prior to that, and every time I would get it, Mr. Colangelo would go like, you know what, Coop, you deserve to be in, but it's not your time. So when I got the call, I'm sitting there listening, and I kind of like tuned out because they go through a formality of telling you the process, the whole thing. And then he goes, and my wife is sitting there with me, and I have my phone on speaker, and he's going, you know what, Coop, congratulations, you got in. So I'm sitting there, and Jerry goes, Coop, you got in. And my wife looks at me and said, babe, you got in. I said, what? You got in. And I jumped up and started yelling.
It would have been it would have been like 7th level of hell cruel to do an April Fool's
joke. That's a bad joke.
I mean,
not funny.
There's no punchline to that. That's just mean.
No, there's a punchline. Me punching you. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, that's probably when you should have known it was real, just because I don't know if anybody's that mean.
That's what I
It's
thought.
kind of like
I thought
Coop
about
today, like 5 minutes before he arrives. He texts my business partner and says, I'm not coming. And then we start, like, turning away people.
But that's funny.
Refunding their money.
Theoretically funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's an everyday
Coop.
joke. But the joke on April Fool's is like a worldwide thing. So,
Yeah.
But you know what? It turned out
Was
to be
there
real.
a camera in your house getting the reaction?
No.
So you didn't really know. It wasn't, like, set up.
No, it wasn't.
Wow.
But I'm very, very humbled and appreciative. And
you don't have to be humble. You deserve it.
Second greatest thing that ever happened to me, Orel.
What's the first?
First is the Lakers retiring my jersey.
Oh.
That there came out of the blue. You know, the Hall of Fame, you kind of know about it. You get on the ballot. You don't get in this year. You don't get in that year. But the Lakers coming up with that one.
Well, here's the thing, though, and I'm not just saying this. Like, I can show you a piece that I wrote in The Athletic in 2020. Like, the idea of if the Lakers had a ring of honor, who would be in it? Because the Lakers have this standard of you have to be in the Hall of Fame to retire the jersey. And you are always the person that we would hear about most in terms of the Lakers should make an exception. Like, fans wanted Michael Cooper's jersey in the rafters. Like, I'm not saying that because you're here. Like, heard this constantly. And, you know, guys like you and Horry and Scott, you know, Byron and Derek Fisher, like, you were the guys that I think fans recognized. I know they're not in the Hall, but they meant so much to this organization. We want to see them honored. So,
and you know, those role players on the team. You know, obviously you see, you know, Magic, Worthy, Kareem, those guys are going to get in and get their jersey hung. But the players that kind of like fly below the radar, that's why I was very honored about the Hall of Fame call this year, because once I saw Ben Wallace and Dennis Rodman get in, I figured, okay, maybe I had a chance. But the Ring of Honor would be great. You know what? I'm as much as I hate them, the Boston Celtics, I do not like that organization. I don't like that team. But they do one thing that I'm very, very
jealous of?
Yeah, very jealous, is that they have a flag. They don't have to necessarily have to have that jersey up there, but they got a flag hanging up for all those players that help win championships. And I think the Lakers should do that because, you know what? Derek Fisher, another great player. Those are people that help contribute to a championship team.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Robert Horry has indelible moments in those championships. Derek Fisher, you, Scott, Kurt Rambis. Like, there are a lot of guys who make this happen. Like, most recently, Danny Green, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Alex Caruso. Like, those guys all made a tangible difference where the stars may be the thing that puts it over the top, but you don't get near the top without the role players.
Exactly.
You know, did you hear Robert Horry's interview with us?
No, I did not.
When he was talking about his rings in the Hall of Fame, and he said that growing up he never wanted to be in the Hall of Fame, but he would have liked it. But what was more special, or what would have made it more special, was the Lakers dropping his jersey. And just what does that mean to you, this franchise, the Lakers dropping your jersey? You said that was the first thing, the first best thing. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, for me, the criteria, and knowing Jerry West when he was with the Laker organization, he used to always say, you know what, the only way you get your number up there is you had to have been an all-star, and you had to be in an all-NBA team, first or second. So for the Lakers to kind of do this, and again, Jeannie Buss now leading the organization into the future, is able to do things like that. That's the thing that is impressive for me. So look for Robert Horry. I expect to see Robert on the Hall of Fame ballot one day, very, very soon. And if that happens, then his jersey will get dropped. So, because Robert was a significant piece of what the Lakers were doing as far as winning championships with the teams he was with.
The last time I saw you, you were taking some people through the paces on the floor at Crypto. And you stopped the whole practice and said, remember where you are and who played down here. And everybody's demeanor changed because you realize this is for the special. You're down here because of what does that mean to play in Crypto on that floor?
Well, first of all, it's the house that Kobe built.
Yeah.
And that in itself is special. But again, the Laker organization coming from where we came from in Inglewood, City of Champions, the Great Western Forum, I never had the opportunity to play in Crypto. But again, the legacy that we laid, blood, sweat, and skin on the floor transfers over to that. So for the people to come there, to me, they're standing on hollow ground. And that's ground, and I mean, Orel can talk about Dodger Stadium, how it is to play on that field. But when you got to come there, all the people, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Gail Goodrich, Wilt Chamberlain, just to name a few, along with the people in the 80s and the 90s, it's a special place to be.
Big time.
Place to be standing.
You actually said the word Boston. Robert said that green team.
Well, reason why I can say Boston, because you have to give them respect.
Okay.
There's an old saying, iron sharpens iron.
Yes.
And without the Boston Celtics, we probably would not have won as many championships as we did because they kept us sharp every year. They kept us focused every year.
I wish you can get this current group of Lakers to feel that same way about Boston. Maybe they do. How do you think that rivalry goes now? Now that Boston is built and looks like they might be in the finals again.
Well, I think the rivalry's going to always be there.
Yeah.
Because I think the fans, they are reliving in the past and they kind of want to bring it to the future. Are the Lakers primed to beat Boston this year or meet them? Probably not. I think my goal for the Lakers is this would be a great season if they got to the Western Conference Finals. If that happens and they win, then the other part will become a reality. But we have to get to where Boston has achieved success. Now we got to get those players in. I think the Luka trade was questionable. That still remains to be seen. But I think we're heading in the right direction because, again, LeBron one day is going to retire.
Yeah.
And we got to have that piece coming.
The trade was good. You liked the trade. He just needs to get in shape or get in basketball shape.
Well, I don't necessarily like the trade. I respect the trade.
Okay.
I like the trade because with you had Christie, a young, good perimeter defensive player.
He's been
and then
great
you had
in Dallas.
Yeah, very good. And AD, that's defense wins championships. And they don't have that now. And you got probably three of the worst defensive players on the Lakers team, but three of the best offensive scorers on the Lakers team, and Luka, Reeves, and LeBron.
What's the transition from I'm a bad defender to I'm a good defender?
Well, this is a good one. I'm glad you asked that, Orel. Magic Johnson was not a great one-on-one defender, but he was a hell of a double-team defender. He was always there to help. He was always there to double-team the player. But if you put him one-on-one, he couldn't guard too many people. I mean, he'd keep them in front, but they were going to eventually go by.
He'd be the first to say it.
Yeah, but for us, we use Magic as our double-team. He was very good at that. So to me, that is, and again, playing defense, you have to put your heart into that. And you got to want to play
Is
defense.
that the differential? Is it from ability to knowledge of scouting to, the guy you got? Is it really the heart and soul of every time down the floor, I've got to concentrate on this?
Yeah, you have to. And it's just like Steph Curry. You got to concentrate to be a great shooter. Everybody's not born to shoot the basketball. He is. But other people that want to shoot, for me, I had to go out and shoot 500-600 shots a day to become a decent offensive scorer. But for defense, you have to want to do it. You have to concentrate on it. Attention to detail. Look at the scouting report, and player personnel.
Robert talked about on the offensive side how footwork was so important in basketball. Don't look at this. Don't look at this. Look at the footwork. Defense?
Same thing. Footwork is very important, staying down low and then focus. And some people tell you, look at the numbers, look at the chin, look at the ball. I say just look at that person's belly button because he ain't going to go anywhere without that.
When I played high school football, that was the thing they always told us.
Belly button don't move.
Yeah, you can't fake belly button motion. Like wherever the body goes, the belly button will go with it.
Unless you're Barry Sanders.
Well, I mean, there's always an exception that proves a rule.
One or two.
Was that one of your?
And unless you're like a Dr. J, the poster he had.
Stop!
Dr.
Come on,
J,
man.
He kept raising it up. His belly button kept going higher and higher.
I was your fan. I didn't care less about him. You were on the cover.
You gonna feel
You were on the cover of SI.
Here's the thing that I want to give credit to Coop and everybody who has ever posterized over the course of their career. It takes cojones to go up there to actually try to challenge the thing. All the people who were ever posterized or dunked on, however you want to put it, had the balls to go try to stop it.
I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
Marcus, had I been able to get up and get turned around, it would have been the greatest block of all time.
That's what I was thinking.
But see, he caught me like this, and I didn't have enough time to turn and get my right hand. But look,
in my memory, you blocked it. There. How about that?
No, it doesn't work. But everybody knows it's dunked on me. But what I'm going to say is this: if you're going to get dunked on, you might as well get dunked on by the best.
Amen to that.
Scrub.
Yes.
And in an iconic moment, like you are going to be remembered in that moment. I know you're on the wrong end of it. No. But it's greatness. Like it's a great moment. Like it wasn't just an everyday
This is like,
dunk.
Orel, you're so good. You gave up a home run to Mark McGuire, and it won the championship for them.
Look, man.
Oh, my gosh. And how about that one that Bonds hit off of you? That was
It's an
fantastic.
iconic
I
moment in time.
Dr. J
Come
dunking on Coop.
Orel is pitching a great game.
Wow,
and that
Andy,
one
thank
pitch
you so
changed
much for
everything.
bringing that up.
Look, do you
best.
want me to just lay into Coop about how this
No.
happened? No, I'm trying to spin it, man.
There you go.
Well, to spin it like this,
you have
I
to
don't
be
care
good
about
enough
the
to
dunk.
be there.
I got more championships than Dr. J.
Oh, boy.
Okay,
There it is.
Spin
Mike,
doctor.
drop.
I knew those guys right there were like that. There you go.
There
He's
you go.
talking to you about the poster, but you got his name wrong on purpose, right? Because
See,
it's
that
not
was you.
DeMarcus, it's DeMarco.
That's your influence again. See, you did this. Yes, awesome. I love it. I love the fact that the defensive side is being recognized and honored. I really do, because that is a big part of winning. It's just, it seems like the offensive guys, the points always went out.
Which superstar on the team when you played appreciated your defense, where you knew like they weren't just off in their own world scoring points and being the superstar doing interviews, that actually like Coop, thank you so much.
I think
for
all
what you do.
all my teammates were very appreciative of my defense. I thought Kareem, Magic, and Worthy. Because you know what? You can want to guard anybody you want, but sometime they're going to get by you. And them guys are always back there behind me to kind of fill that gap.
When your number was retired, the ceremony at Crypto, and all those guys showed up. There were players from other eras too, but like the Showtime group, I've said this before, like I immediately wanted them to retire Byron's number just because I want to get you guys back together. Like every time you guys get together, like that is unfakeable love. Like it's awesome to watch. And I say this as somebody that grew up in St. Louis. I was not in LA when Showtime happened. Like I knew about it largely just from a distance. But I can feel that love. Like that's amazing to see just how tight you guys still truly are.
You know what? Before that, the thing that touched me, and everybody on the team knows I'm a crybaby. I'll cry if you're a sensitive guy. But the Hall of Fame, we broke a record for my induction, having the most players come. I had 13 players there.
Wow.
That came from all the teams that I played with were back there for me. So that love is true. It's connected. When we see each other to this day, it's like we don't miss a beat. You know, I look at Kareem, and I don't see Magic, bald head, and a little bit heavier, and us a little older. I see us from back in the day. We have hair. We're a lot slimmer, young.
Yeah, I mean, like when you guys all went to Hawaii together,
Yep.
like, and they documented it for Spectrum Sportsnet. Like, it was genuinely touching. Like, it didn't feel like content for a Laker channel. Like, it felt genuinely touching and real. Like, it's awesome to watch you guys in.
You only saw a small portion of that because a lot of the things we didn't want shown, but we had a wonderful time there. You know, Magic is a big bid whist player, so in the evening we had tables, domino tables, music. I mean, it was just like we were young again. I ached a little bit in the morning because we're not.
Who's the best?
But it was
I know what you mean.
Oh, no. When you get with the guys, man, it brings out that youthfulness in you that you once had.
Yeah, who's the best domino player?
Well, it's a toss-up between Byron Scott and myself. Byron is pretty good.
Byron, it is the phrase, this guy looks like he could still play, gets thrown around loosely. Byron really looks like he could still play. He's 64 years old. He's a rock.
Yeah.
It's amazing how well he's
Byron is one of those guys that's pretty good at anything when he puts his mind to it. He's an excellent golfer now. Magic is the best bid card player, bid whist. Magic loves cards, and that's his thing. Michael Thompson, probably the best tennis player on the team, but McAdoo would argue about that, Bob McAdoo. So everybody was pretty much ingrained in a lot of things, but, yeah, we still keep it going. Yeah, and you know what? I want to get this out there. Fiona asked what was a song that I used to listen to growing up. and it was Earth, Wind, and Fire, Boogie Wonderland.
Boogie Wonderland.
Now, if they were to play that, would you dance with me?
Let's go. No. No. Dance.
Not dance with me, but dance with me.
If they play it, I'll dance alongside of you. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, absolutely. That was the cut back in the day.
Did any of those guys ever show up to Showtime games? Like, did you ever get to entertain Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Yeah.
Maurice White?
Philip Bailey.
Philip
Bailey. He comes. Yeah. He's a big Laker fan. Every time I go, my wife is in love with Earth, Wind, and Fire, so we go to their concert. Every time.
There you go.
Hey,
come on, everybody now, come on. Hey,
I just had hip replacement.
Sit down, Orel. There you go. Wave your hands in the air.
Yeah. There we go.
Like you don't care.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
But
song defined an era. I love this.
Telling you.
Yeah.
Music Twitter, like the music geeks on Twitter, I will see like a recurrent question: who is the greatest American band ever?
They have
and like
to be
it
up
can't
there.
be something like Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, because like that was basically a Bruce Springsteen solo act,
Exactly.
like Prince and the Revolution. It's got to be like a band. Earth, Wind, and Fire is on the short list of, I think, real contenders, because they were incredibly popular, incredibly talented, sold bazillions of albums. The influence, they were amazing.
How many shows you get to?
I have been. We go to, well, like I said, my wife, she's from Sweden, so she loves Earth, Wind. We go at least twice a year
to go see him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Still
the last time we saw them, we went to the Forum in Inglewood. They were there with Lionel Richie.
I was a big fan of Verdine, the bass player.
Oh, man.
Big, tall dude in the middle.
He still gets it going.
Still gets it going.
Still gets
Yes.
it going. And he's like 75, 76.
Yeah.
To see him.
Was he was related to the singer?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was his brother.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Maurice White was his brother.
That's it. Yes.
There's only 3 originals left, but out of like, 12, 13.
Yeah, but a lot of music
and they
forever.
still sound very, very good.
Yes.
So
You guys, Orel, Michael Cooper, you guys were winning championships in L.A. at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what type of interactions were there with you guys, like in terms of just awareness of each other?
How long do you guys go back?
celebrating
Yeah.
each other? How did that work?
I was so consumed with my career that I knew the Lakers are doing their thing and Coop and Magic and everybody are doing their thing. So you just watch it. But to take time to go to games to do different things, it's like, no, I got to do this primary thing, which is called the Dodgers. But to appreciate their championship, yeah. And watch their ability and watch their dedication, yeah, crazy.
I would say ditto. I would say ditto, exactly. We knew what the Dodgers were doing, but you got to hone in on your craft.
Yeah.
And it kind of like made us want to win. When they won, it was like an extension.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, did you guys feel like you were together lifting the city? Like you guys were a part of the same thing?
It became a city of you are nobody unless you're a champion.
Yep.
You know, and you have to win. If you UCLA, if you're USC, if you're the Lakers, if you're the Dodgers, if you're the Rams, whoever you are, you better have a world championship, or you're not part of the city at the top.
No one's going to talk about you. Yeah,
No.
I can't believe
There's
you guys
too many champions. It's a city of champions.
You didn't cross once at a restaurant at somewhere somehow. When did you first meet?
Maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Maybe TV, or we did a talk show. Did we
I
do
believe
it
so,
at
yeah,
the
that
Comedy
talk, yeah.
House?
Yeah.
At the
That
Ice House
yep.
in Pasadena?
Yep, there it is.
Yep, we did that. But that might have been the first time, other than
were you-
admiring each other from afar.
Were you starstruck when you saw him?
No.
I always like
Hey, let's not get into that subject.
I love his new commercial that he got out. Did you see some of the stuff he
No.
did?
The Rotolo show.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I have.
Well, he brought up the dancing, but I didn't want to break up my dance, you know.
Those commercials are
Awesome.
absolutely
Aren't they?
delightful.
Rotolo
They're great.
Chevrolet in Fontana. Capozio Buick GMC in Victorville. Come on out. See what all the fun's all about.
But
Watch us dance.
Your willingness to lean into the dancing, the ridiculousness of it all.
My
it's
public
awesome.
persona was a little bit more straight-laced, and now people that I'm retired,
That's
I'm
what
able
makes
to now
it great.
show,
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
what I
When you
what
first
really
started
is
dancing,
inside.
I fell off my couch because I know her. I said, that is not
my God,
Orel.
don't get hurt.
And he just went through it.
That's actually how
It's all
Orel
good.
hurt his head, falling off the couch laughing at himself.
But no, some of the other Dodger players, Dusty Baker, guys like that.
Well,
Ron Say.
whatever.
I
Oh
crossed
yeah,
paths
the
with
whole
them guys
infield.
like that over the
You
years.
saw him, yeah.
But like you guys defined a decade in sports in a city like LA. That's like, it's really amazing to look back on it, and it really was like a true full decade. Like you guys,
When you're in the
80s.
middle of it, it's consuming you. And it's not about results. It's about dedication the very next day. I got to get better. And it's like somebody's chasing you, even though you're on top.
Was there ever a moment where it sort of dawned on you, like, damn, I did that. Like, I was a part of this.
The first question after you win is, can you repeat?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what Pat Riley did. In 1985, he told us, he said, you guys have to stop and smell. This was at the beginning of the championship series with the Celtics. Stop and smell the roses because this is going to be over in a blink of the eye. And, boy, it seemed like that. When you're going through it, it doesn't. But now that it's over and done with, I'm glad that he told us that because I do remember a lot of the moments in the locker room, on the bus ride, certain games.
A peripheral subject to this is something you said earlier in this interview, which is you're a crybaby. I'm a crybaby, too. Do you know why you're a crybaby?
Well, my grandmother, I'm the oldest grandchild. I'm the first grandchild. So my grandmother named me Michael the Archangel. And she always used to tell me, Michael, there's nothing wrong with a man crying. That means that you're in touch with your feelings and that you have empathy for other people. And,
yeah. My dad was tough like a Marine, and my mom was strong. But when Mom was out of the public of being strong as a mother, I saw her as a crier, and I became that kind of same person of I'm going to be strong in public, but boy, watch out. And then the tears flow.
Really
beautiful.
I've never cried ever in my life.
I'm about to cry now. Great story, Earl.
Yes.
You're going to make me start shedding a tear.
Stop it.
He is Michael Cooper.
Yes.
He is a Hall of Famer.
He sure is.
He has a jersey retired with the Los Angeles Lakers. Thank you very much.
And he's in Boogie Wonderland.
He is.
Boogie here it comes again.
There it is.
Coming up next, a little hot and cold. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Way to go.
The wait is over.
This is LAFC manager Steve Cherundolo.
The LAFC season opener is here tomorrow at BMO Stadium.
It's LAFC Season 8 in the heart of LA.
The Black and Gold are 7-0 in season openers. Can they make it 8-0?
Oh, flip for LA Football Club, did he?
Giroux, Bawanga, Larice lead Los Angeles Football Club versus Minnesota United to kick off the 2025 MLS season. Coverage begins tomorrow at 1 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, Crypto.com Arena is pulling back the curtain
and unveiling new behind-the-scenes VIP tours,
which offer an exclusive look inside one of the world's most iconic sports and entertainment venues. Expert guides will lead small groups through spaces that have hosted legendary sports championships. World-renowned.
Are you the greatest Laker fan of all time? Enter to win, and you could be named the Lakers GOAT. That's right. GOAT. The winner will receive the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats, exclusive experiences, Lakers swag, and BBGO for a year. For all the contest information, visit LakersGFOAT.com.
or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normonlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the A to Z savings event at AutoZone.
Thanks. I need to change my oil. So how much is an oil filter?
Free when you buy 5 quarts of oil. Right now, we have a special on Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic or High Mileage Motor Oil.
The oil filter is free with the Valvoline
Advanced Full Synthetic or High Mileage Motor Oil? Yep, the free oil filter is part of the A to Z savings event. Only at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This Black History Month, National University honors those who have broken barriers and paved the way for future generations. If you're a parent and a professional, a dreamer and a doer, NU is here to support you with flexible online classes and career-focused resources, so you can earn your degree while balancing work, family, and everything in between. Visit nu.edu to learn more. That's nu.edu.
ESPN LA and BBGO are going on a quest for the Lakers GOAT. No, not the GOAT. The GOAT. The greatest Lakers fan of all time. Think it's you? Upload your pic or video to Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok, and tell us your favorite Lakers memory. Use hashtag LakersGoat, GFOAT, and hashtag promotion, and follow at ESPN Los Angeles. The Lakers GOAT is going to be rewarded with courtside seats, a VIP private tour of the Lakers UCLA Health Training Center, a year's supply of BBGO, and more. The Lakers GOAT. Is it you?
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Looking for an exciting new job in the world of professional sports and entertainment? Legends Hospitality is conducting on-the-spot interviews this Saturday, February 22nd and Sunday, February 23rd from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at SoFi Stadium. We're looking for enthusiastic candidates for part-time positions in concessions, merchandise, culinary, and more, offering competitive wages and flexible schedules. Seeking valuable experiences or looking to boost your income? We have the perfect role for you. Enter the stadium at Pinkay Avenue and Veras Drive and check in at VIP Entry 11. Visit legends.net/careers for openings and applications.
When you're in the thick of a project, Harbor Freight is the place that always comes in handy. Whether you're picking up something for your pickup truck or a power tool for your project, at Harbor Freight, your dollar always goes further. And these days, when everything seems to cost more, you can take pride in knowing that you get hard-working tools at hard-working prices. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now boarding Group A. Please have your boarding passes ready to scan. If your phone is cracked, old, or was chewed up by your Chihuahua travel companion, please refrain from holding up the line. We ask that you kindly not be that guy, and instead simply go to Verizon and trade in any phone from their top brands in any condition on any unlimited plan for the new Samsung Galaxy S25 with Galaxy AI.
With new line on my plan. Additional terms apply. See Verizon.com for details.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to NextGen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
Boy, what's hot is defensive coordinator Brandon Staley. Brandon Staley has been hired by the New Orleans Saints to be their next defensive coordinator. Had his stint here with the Chargers, wasn't as successful. He was successful with the Rams. So what are our thoughts about Brandon Staley? I think everyone kind of gets a second chance here, but what about, do you think he'll work out with the Saints?
That's Kellen Moore, right? That's the head coach?
Kellen Moore's the head coach, correct.
He's building a pretty good staff. I mean, that's a really good coach to run your defense. He is very, very detail-oriented. The one thing you're going to know about a Brandon Staley defense, when they take the field, everyone's going to know what the other guy's going to do.
Okay.
They're going to be now, depending on talent, we'll see how they do, but they're going to be well coached. That's a good hire. That's a really good hire for the Saints.
I was going to say, I don't know, because it's a small sample size, what Brandon Staley's potential is as a head coach, but he's proven he's a good coordinator.
Great coordinator.
Yeah.
You know, he's on the same path, and we'll see how this ends with Steve Spagnuolo. He's a much better coordinator than head coach, but the next time Spags gets the job, he'll be a much better head coach. So maybe Staley, if he stays in there and becomes hot again, the next time around he might be better.
And they're also, too, like, they're not entirely the same job, and some guys may be ultimately better suited because of whether it's personality, whether it's preparation style, whether it's communication style. Some guys are better at coordinators than head coach. It doesn't make them any less great at what they do or less worthy. Like,
I don't want to
good DC, a good OC, that's incredibly valuable.
I don't want to have to worry about the equipment guy, how much stuff we're taking, the logistics people need to talk. I don't want to know that. I just want to run a defense. I want to call plays on offense. Let that guy handle that. I'll handle this.
Not everyone's meant to be the CEO.
Yes.
Some people are meant to be the manager.
That's it.
And, like, you can be excelling as being a manager. So that's what's hot. And not only what's cold is what I'm going to tell you about, but these margaritas from Max's Mexican Cuisine that was brought to us. And they have stores on Azusa Ave and Huntington Ave. So check them out. They're really great. It's National Margarita Day, apparently.
Indeed.
So
yes, this is a really big test. There's a margarita. It's hot out. It's warm. The sun. How many cameras have we fried so far in the sun?
I think 2 at least.
And we've got a hat covering one right now.
Yeah, and you put margaritas in front of us on a Friday? That's dangerous. Come on.
Friday.
Yes.
That place is so good, by the way. If you haven't tried it, go. Yeah, I've been to the one on Huntington, and so good. All the nurses at City Hope, they go there. My sister does.
Amazing. So also,
this is your new Max now, DeMarco, with Max Christie now in Dallas. This is your new.
There's only one. There you go.
Max's Cuisine.
There we go.
Okay, what's cold is a high school basketball player. So I was listening on the way here. Rick Pitino was on a podcast, and he was talking about his next year. He will not be putting any recruiting or NIL to high school players. He says you can't replace them, his current players, his players that are playing at a high level, with high school kids. He's only going to get transfer players to come and join his team. So he said, quote, "We're not recruiting any high school players, not this year." So all the NIL money, all the recruitment is going to go to players that are already playing. How do we feel about that with the changing college landscape?
That's really strange. Usually high school is your feeder system. You find the best high school player.
But now they're like rookies.
Program. Now, yes, this is basically juniors.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
It's very Rick Pitino, because Rick Pitino was always the guy, he wouldn't always do it openly, but was always the guy that was like, I will lean into the dirt of it all. Like, if this seems unseemly, if that's the best way to win, I will go unseemly, because I know.
Or I don't have time to develop kids.
Right.
I need finished products that I could buy.
Well, especially, I mean, not to age the guy, but Rick Pitino ain't the youngest guy in the world anymore. He may not feel like he has time to truly build something anymore. He's got to be just totally practical about it. And again, I think Rick Pitino.
How old is he?
72, I think, when I looked it up earlier today.
After 70, you have this thing called DGAF.
Yeah, 72.
He is DGAF coaching. I could care less about development. I'm trying to win right now. That's it. Yes.
Right, and that's how you can.
Orel's looking at us right now. Like, really? I'm right here. I'm right here.
And with the changing landscape, that's kind of also why a lot of these older coaches are leaving in general, because it's not the same way that they used to build their teams. That you're going to be behind if you're recruiting from high school.
You're not recruiting high school athletes anymore. What are we doing?
Because then, what are these high school athletes going to do? Like, they want to play coming out of
Well,
high
somebody
school.
is. Just because he's not, somebody
Here's
will.
the thing.
Yeah.
There will be somewhere for them to go, and then all they got to do is enter the portal.
That's it.
And eventually, if they are good enough, they will eventually get themselves to where they want to go. It's just going to be like a traveling circus.
Well, here's how you recruit high school students. You recruit the guy that's going to be a one and done and go to the league. So you get the high school student that needs 1 year of eligibility to go to the league. But then if you're going to recruit the transfer guys around him that probably aren't going to go straight to the league. Maybe will be journeymen throughout the NBA. But it's just changing landscape.
Unreal.
Of college basketball, which even I, as someone who's been a huge fan of it for a long time, this is probably the year I've watched the least of it, and it's disappointing. But it's also probably because my team has been out of it forever.
I just want to jump forward to like 2030 to see where we are with college sports, because this is the beginning. I can't wait to see what it's going to be like 5 years, even 10 years from now.
I think there'll be rules that are it's going to be
I hope
structured.
so. Yeah. What do you think happens first, structure in college athletics or a salary cap in baseball?
structure in college athletics.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because I think here's the thing: there's more of a pressing need to find. So, like I say this as
it benefits everybody.
Like I have no issue with NIL. I think the system had been too imbalanced against the athlete for too long, to a point where you probably have reached now an overcorrection.
But it's swung too
right,
far.
Like, well, like a lot of things. If you let, I mean, whether you're talking about sports, whether you're talking about social issues, like whatever, if you let things go too long out of balance, they often end up overcorrected.
Yeah.
And then you have to find a way to swing back a bit. I think with college sports, you need to find a way because it's honestly too disruptive. Whereas baseball, there's no pressing need for a salary cap.
No, not yet.
Well, the people that want to complain about the Dodgers buying and spending everybody, but until the Dodgers are rattling off winning like 4 championships in a row, then maybe
we're at the embryo stage.
I do not look. I remember people resenting the amount that the Yankees have spent since like the beginning of time.
Yes.
I do not remember this conversation about the Yankees ruining baseball.
And it's not just the Dodgers are willing to spend more money than other teams on these players. It's that they make the good deals. They don't go and get the player that's always injured. They don't go get the player that's not going to be on the field for you.
They're great at what they do.
They don't get Anthony Rendon.
It's just I've never seen a payroll like this. I know the dollars are different. It's different eras, but I have never seen a payroll like this.
But no deal they've made has been a quote unquote dumb deal.
No,
it's
absolutely
always
not.
been market value or slightly above market value. But any team would have done that. No one signs the Dodgers and whoa.
A dumb team signs Soto for big money.
Right.
Yes.
So he's not going to be he doesn't have as much utility as some of the other players that they have gone after.
Even some of their riskier deals aren't that long. Like Glass now, there's definitely risk to that. Like I can absolutely see a world where on balance you look at the Glass now deal and say that didn't really work out.
Sure.
But it's not crazy long.
Yeah.
It's not like a 10-year deal where you're like, oh my, we're in year 3 and we've got close to another decade to go.
Of course.
Rick Pitino's not going to recruit high school.
That's what he said.
Just does not compute.
Unless it's a bargaining chip to get a specific high school student, but we'll see.
Coming soon to college football. I don't need high school people. I'll just buy them.
Also true. Buy the guy that's the best player at Boise State, and then you bring him over to Ohio State. So this has been Hot and Cold. Hot and Cold is brought to you by Next Gen Heat and Plumbing. Next Gen, the official AC Heat and Plumbing and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com.
You're rubbing off on Emily. See?
I know.
What's the youngster at Ohio State, the receiver that's 18 years old?
I do not know.
He's going to be freaking special. But I doubt he's going to stay at Ohio State for the next 2 years. Somebody is going to offer him a bunch of cash, and he's out of there.
Why should he be any different than anybody else?
That's what I'm saying. I know. It's crazy.
And this is where I think the imbalances are getting too far out of whack. Like, it's not even so much the money, it's the constant migration. You can't build programs. It's not as good, Emily, you were talking about the fan experience of it all. Like, there are things that need to be fixed that I don't think have anything to do with it's a problem that the athletes are making money. It's the whole setup. So I'm sure they'll figure out ways. Coming up next, The Dump, Travis and DeMarco, live at Legends Attic, 710 ESPN.
This is Los Angeles.
The city of angels.
It's Hollywood.
Star effing driven town.
It's showtime.
Magic down the middle, just what I thought. A hook shot at 12. Go!
It's Lake Show.
Where the spotlight never fades and the stars shine the brightest.
Bryant to shot!
A town known for big names and big moments.
Back to LeBron. They're going back and forth here, up and down. LeBron to the rim, another one. 2 tomahawk dunks.
Because in L.A., it's not only about the game.
It's about the stars that make history in the city of champions.
This for me is a fresh start. I get to play in L.A., I get to play for the Lakers, and many, many legends pass here, many, many championships, so that's my goal.
LA's new superstar goes by the name of Luka, and he plays right here.
On 710 ESPN.
Star effing driven town.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going, and going, and going. Yes!
Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
Oh, it's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit GetEthos.com. That's GetEthos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Michelle Smallman here. Want to be at the draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin? Travel Wisconsin is sending 10 lucky fans and a guest to the draft. Experience the thrill of the draft firsthand and make memories that will last a lifetime. Don't wait. Enter Travel Wisconsin's Dream Draft Sweepstakes. Visit travelwisconsin.com/draft to learn how you can win a trip to experience the biggest moment of the offseason. Epic moments that become lifelong memories are waiting to be discovered across Wisconsin. Terms and conditions apply.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
Before we get to every single dump item on our list, I'm going to give you the Pachanga pick of the week. I've been off and on whether or not they've worked out for everybody, but I'm going to say I don't even have the numbers for this yet, but whenever they come out, I'm going to take the over on Luka this Saturday. I think Luka is due for a wow, this trade is amazing. Playing in Denver, playing against Jokic, I think it's a really big opportunity for Luka to step up. So I'm going to go over for the points for Luka this coming Saturday, and that's my Pachanga pick of the week.
We all hope that was the pick of the week. Pachanga pick of the week presented by Pachanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combo at Pachanga Resort Casino. Visit pachanga.com for more info. What did you think of Michael Cooper saying he didn't like the trade? That kind of threw me for a loop. Yeah.
That's not figured out yet.
I could see why. I could see why.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it goes against every fabric of what made Michael Cooper Michael Cooper.
It hurts your defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, it's not just losing AD. Like, losing Max Christie hurts your defense. He's turned into a legit 3-and-D player.
What do you think he turns into be? Like, all-star or just solid player?
I think he's more solid player. But like a very sought-after. Like, put it this way.
Yeah.
The Lakers gave him, I think it was 4-32, based largely on the future. Like, it was very much a futures bet. Like, they saw the potential. I always liked Christie's potential, but he hadn't played a lot. The sample size was small. They were betting that contract by the end of it will be a bargain. It's looking absolutely like it's going to be one of the best contracts in the league.
It's too bad that the Lakers aren't going to benefit from it.
Well, they benefited
from
by
him.
Luka.
From him, yeah, to play that thing out. But that's the other thing, man. I hope this whole Luka thing, the calf and his cardio, whatever, I hope it starts to turn around and soon. Like you said, I hope we can pick the over every single time for Luka. We haven't seen it just yet.
Nope.
I mean, it's enough to be nervous. Not enough to say it's a bust, but
it's a couple games back.
Yeah.
He played one game before the break, played another game after the break, and so you can kind of have, I would say, as Travis likes to say, it's not an excuse, it's an explanation.
The reason that I'm not nervous yet is just because, to me, it makes sense that he would still be working his way back because it was specifically a calf injury. Plus, there's like a comfort zone that he needs to discover on and off the court. Like, he was not expecting this.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot to wrap your head around when you're going from being treated like the next Dirk Nowitzki lifer for Dallas. I just bought another house in Dallas, too. Oh, by the way, we're trading you, and we are going to message you're an unreliable fat ass that would never maximize his prime.
So that's what I heard. That's exactly what I heard.
It's not the same thing, but when Freddie Freeman came over to the Dodgers, there was a maybe not on the field as much of a learning period, but there was the emotion and feeling period where Freddie was still producing, but he didn't feel like a Dodger until that I believe it was around the All-Star break where the Dodgers Kershaw was like, come on, you're a part of the Dodgers now. You're not a Brave anymore.
He never wanted to leave Atlanta.
Well, but Luka might not have ever wanted to leave.
I'm sure Luka is still shocked.
Oh, yeah. I don't think Luka wanted to leave Dallas at all.
Why would you? Why would you want to leave? Yeah, but I thought something LeBron said was super interesting because John said it about Luka not knowing the plays. LeBron said that, and he expounded. He said he doesn't know our tempo or how we're doing certain things just yet. So he's still trying to fit in, trying to get himself healthy. But at some point, I could care less. All I want to see is Luka fill the thing up.
And I think we will.
Yeah.
I think we will this season. And it's up to J.J. Redick, too, to get the most out of him.
See, I asked you that. I wonder if he stays the entire 10 years. I mean, because it's up to him to figure out how to get more out of this guy.
It's hard to bank on any coach staying the entirety of their contract. I mean, forget the idea that the Lakers have been a revolving door at coach. Like, coach in the NBA has become a position where you are largely hired to get fired. I mean, it might be kind of that way in sports.
Right.
Yeah.
Where you have the Spoelstras, you have the Popoviches, you have the Kerrs that have been there forever.
This is why, in a lot of ways, the Dodgers are lucky to have a guy like Dave Roberts, like somebody that I was on this train well before it became fashionable. I was like, there's no reason to get rid of this guy. When that discussion had been there, like, if the Dodgers lose in the first round of the playoffs, should they get rid of Dave Roberts? I'm like,
I think that was just frustration of the fan base.
But there's you'd be hard. If Dave Roberts had been a free agent as a manager, he'd have been snatched up in 5 seconds.
It's like the Mike Tomlin thing,
right?
Though.
Orel, how many managers did you have?
Well, Tommy Lasorda with the Dodgers for sure the whole time, and then Mike Hargrove in Cleveland, Bobby Valentine. So
Bobby Valentine,
yeah. Bobby V. And then I worked for Buck Showalter as a pitching coach. And Dusty Baker, my 1 year in San Francisco. Loved Dusty. Yeah, you're right about being hired to be fired. I mean, there's very few that stay past 5 years, and it's a lot of them stay only about 3.
You ever been a part of a manager being fired, and what that's like?
No, pitching coaches, hitting coaches, that kind of stuff, but not a manager, not in the middle of the manager problem.
You were Dusty's teammate, too, correct?
Barely. I mean, Dusty was pretty much gone when I made it.
Because I always find it interesting when these guys who are players become managers. And in a case like someone like Dusty Baker, a successful manager, the idea of whether it felt like they were a manager in the making, a coach in the making, guys like that, especially for someone like a star. Like
kind of know.
Yeah, you can tell from their maturity, the way they communicate, the way they pay attention to detail on the team, the way they voice their opinion.
But Dusty was unique in the sense that, like, a lot of star guys, it doesn't always translate. Like, just
I get you.
Whether because they don't relate to the average guy or it becomes so easy for them, they don't understand why everyone can't be that great. And, like, Dusty was a great player.
Yes.
And the idea of being that successful as a manager, Sosha was another guy.
Yeah, Soch was a captain on the field, a captain in the locker room. He had the personality of he could air you out, and then he could also be there right with you in hard times. So, yeah, very, very special people.
Yeah, as we're watching this Luka LeBron melding, we still have to remember that this is JJ's first time around. There's a lot to learn. And, I mean, what Coop said about this would be a success if this team actually got to the Western Conference Finals, I agree. There's going to be a lot of good coaches between now and then. Not just the players, it's what comes next in the postseason. Because, postseason basketball is completely different.
I mean, J.J. Redick has the disadvantage of having to adjust to the adjustments against him, and he is the least experienced coach in the NBA at adjusting to the adjustments, because even the other first-time head coaches, they've at least been assistants in the NBA and been a part of the adjustment process.
Yeah.
JJ's never done this before. And it's going to be brand new in the playoffs.
I don't know if it's my radio brain, but the first thing when they made the trade, I'm like, did this just get easier for JJ or harder? Because now there's more to figure out. And there's more pressure on you now. to get it figured out.
I think if you are the Lakers coach, the pressure is nonstop.
Yeah.
Regardless. I mean,
what do you think the priority list is for a Laker coach as far as skills? Like in baseball, it'd be managing the locker room and managing the bullpen. Okay, in football, I don't know. You're the expert on that.
Yeah.
There's a priority list of what the skills need to be from top to bottom. For a Laker coach, what do the skills need to be and the priority of them?
I think the number one is building the relationship with your star players, and then I guess number 2 would be making sure you have the backing of the front office.
Because, in basketball?
Yeah, because then if you need to do certain things.
And when we say regular season compared to playoff, is it play calling? Is it using the timeouts correctly? Is it, what does it change? Does it change immediately then when you get to the playoffs? Because it's not about chemistry anymore. Everybody's going to be trying.
It's all of the above because you start like whittling down your rotation. Typically in the NBA, when the playoffs begin, you start getting down to maybe, if it had begun at 9 or 10 players, you start getting down to 8 or 7, and maybe 6 of those guys are playing the majority of the minutes. Like, that's when your decisions start.
How to combat the weakness they're exploiting.
Yeah.
What do I have for that?
I didn't the in-game adjustments.
Yes, I didn't see that coming. What do we do? How do I stop that? Yeah.
It's all going to be learning for JJ. I mean, like Dave Roberts in the recent World Series run, like everyone focused on when he would pull certain pitchers, who he ends up putting in there.
For football, Orel, it depends on what job you just took and how bad the team was the year before.
Well, football for me, as a fan from afar, where you can tell me I'm wrong or you can say you're real close, for me, it's how do I get the team prepared and not lose the locker room? But for me, you watch these guys at halftime and the way they make adjustments.
Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible. I love watching McVay go through his paces. I thought Raheem Morris was the best in-game adjustment coach I've ever seen. It wasn't just, hey, we need to be harder, do this harder and faster. It was he had an answer for every single thing they were doing. And he gave you stuff you could use. Same for McVay. So that was
And you can't
awesome
make
stuff.
those adjustments in between series. It's too long a conversation.
It's a long conversation, and they're still trying to figure out what just happened up in the booth. So those coaches have to be down there. You have to meet, and this is what happened. This is what we tried. This is what they did. This is what the stats say, and this is what we're going to do. And that all happens within 7 minutes, and then you got to keep.
Yeah, you watch a team that has no offense. They come out, they get the kickoff in the second half, they go down and score a touchdown 7 plays.
Yeah,
like where was that?
So everything that we worked on this week, throw it out. We're going to do this. You know what I mean? So
just discovered something.
Yeah, we just discovered we can't do this or we can do this. So we're going to do this, and it just looks like magic.
What does lose the locker room mean to you in football?
Okay, I saw this firsthand, and he's a great guy. He's an awesome dude, Scott Linehan. I saw the day where he lost the football team, where he brought them up, and he was trying to pump them up and motivate them. But what he did was give his team a 15-minute speech on why the Chargers are so good, because they were going down there to play. And you could see he just turned the team off. So let's bring it up. Hey, Rams on 3, 1, 2, 3, Rams. They just tuned him out. They could care less what he says. And from then on, he went on a losing streak and he got fired. But you could see it exactly when you lose a locker room. I don't believe a damn word that's coming out of your mouth. Yeah. It just sounds
so hard to get it back to.
You're wasting your time.
Not impossible. Like, I can't recall a time in covering sports where it felt like a coach or a manager lost the locker room and then got it back. Like, that is so
I've never seen
hard to recover.
Once it's over, it's over.
Tommy Lasorda was one of the best at this team is going to be like my personality, where I think the real experts on not losing a locker room is who cares what my personality is? What do I need to be for this team?
He is Orel Hershiser. He is a Dodgers legend, a Dodgers champion. He's the Bulldog. Thank you very much for all the time in and out today here at Legends Attic. Really appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you guys, and this is always a big day when ESPN is here, and we completely appreciate you guys coming out, making the effort, and we will continue to do it. I can bring you some content and some stars. That's kind of fun.
Amen. What's my name again?
DeMarco.
Thank you very much.
Everybody knows it's DeMarcus. Coming up next, little crosstalk. Mason and Ireland. We got Marcus Graham. We got Ramona Shelburne.
Way to go, Candy.
710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
I just think in this arena, as accomplished as DeMarco is in his, I would say I'm the more accomplished one.
Oh, really?
That's not being disrespectful. I think that's just being honest.
I don't know. I mean, I think DeMarco's going to come in tomorrow with his resume and say, put it down.
I love DeMarco. We can compare resumes.
Okay, I think we should do it.
In the NFL, he's got me. I mean, I have no chance.
Okay.
I'm literally a peasant compared to the king.
But in broadcasting?
I got him there.
Are you the greatest Laker fan of all time? Enter to win, and you could be named the Lakers GOAT. That's right, GOAT. The winner will receive the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats, exclusive experiences, Lakers swag, and BB Go for a year. For all the contest information, visit LakersGFOAT.com.
Little Supercross talk, Mason and Ireland. We got Marcus Grant. We got Ramona Shelburne. And we've had legends here, man. We've got some serious heavy hitters. Orel Hershiser, Michael Cooper, Robert Horry.
Big Shot Bob. Yes.
A lot of rings here.
Yes.
A lot of rings.
A lot of rings, huh? How are you guys feeling over there?
Good. Who are we talking to back there? Is that Marcus and Momo?
Yes, Marcus and Momo,
What's
man.
up? How are you guys?
There you are. Oh, see? Stanford people, no personality again.
Oh,
Come
my
on,
God.
step
No, you know what?
forward.
You guys were like, you guys were vibing. You were doing the woo, 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 woo.
like all of that. And I was like, am I going to harmonize? Or are we doing a cappella? Like, what are we going, you know?
This might be the first time I did not know Momo was in the room. See?
Well, wait, hold on. Let's scene set a little bit, because Marcus and I are here in studio. Where are you guys?
We are at Legends Attic in Claremont off Foothill.
Okay.
Which, by the way, I'm glad, D-Far, that you got there, because yesterday when you left, you were threatening to go to Chatsworth, which is very not.
That's where I live.
Yeah,
but it's very
city.
not near Claremont also.
Wrong. It starts with a C. I was close.
You know what's funny? Because I think Claremont, and also we've done events there before, I kept thinking today that we were at Clearman's Galley. Like, to the point where I actually put that in my GPS, turned the car on, and I'm like, wait, no, dude. Legends Attic. You're going to Legends Attic. Like, it's been in my head. I even asked Bergman about it. I was like, so what's the story with the Clearmans thing? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you're the programming director. You don't know about this remote? And I had the wrong place.
It's another deal.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Momo.
What up?
I just imagine the miraculous things you've seen in sports, the people you've covered, the people you've talked to. Where would you put a dude scoring 40 at 40?
He's
in
amazing.
your
Like,
pantheon of-
honestly, I was watching the end of that game, and I was like, this dude, he should not have been playing either of those games. His foot still hurts. Like, it's not just that he's 40. Like, he has a real foot injury that caused him to sit out of the All-Star game. And I didn't think he was going to play 2 nights ago against Charlotte. Then he like kind of played last night, game time decision. So it's not just that he's tired and he's old. He's playing with a hurt foot too. And like did you see the post game interview in the locker room where he's yawning in the middle of the interview?
Yeah.
Literally yawning. Like, I mean, I was yawning too, because I'm old too.
Right,
like, I mean, it was later. But I was like, that's about the time of night. But he was like yawning.
He was asked multiple questions about sleep.
Yeah.
Like, how do you go about getting sleep? Like, LeBron is exhausted became a theme of the postgame.
Well, here's the thing. LeBron, though, like, he doesn't have, because Momo and I were just talking about this, he doesn't have young children in the house anymore. Like,
That's
he can
true.
just sleep whenever he wants now, right?
Okay, but listen.
I'm jealous.
I want to know. Listen, we're going to get way into sleep here. Are you able to fall asleep wherever you are, or are you a good sleeper or a bad sleeper?
Who are you asking?
Anybody.
Me or no, I cannot fall asleep anywhere. Only in my bed.
Okay.
Can I sleep comfortably? Yeah.
Like on a team plane, you couldn't sleep.
Nope, can't
Yeah,
sleep.
me too. I'm the same.
I used to be. As I've gotten older, it's gotten worse. You know,
Yeah.
I did radio for minor league baseball for a couple seasons, and
Wow.
like I learned to sleep on the bus for a while, and like I used to be able to sleep on red eye flights. I can't do that
No,
anymore.
I can't either.
Not anymore.
What about you, AK?
I'm such a bad sleeper. I not only I'm incapable. Forget like sleeping on a plane or on a. I can't do that. Like, I can't sleep through a night. I have to take either gummies or Ambien or Unisom, something like that, before I go to bed.
I know you.
Oh, no. Then, in the middle of the night, when I wake up, I have to take another Unisom or like another Ambien. Like, I really struggle to sleep.
All right, you need to go to like an acupuncturist or something.
You should talk to somebody about this.
Get a massage.
So here's the thing. So LeBron, I listened to him post game, and he said we got in at like 3 a.m, and I slept until 11:30. He slept until 11:30.
That sounds fantastic.
Then he got up and he did something. He got some treatment for like an hour and a half, 2 hours on his foot, his body, whatever he does, and then he went back to sleep for 2.5 hours before the game.
That sounds amazing.
The fact that you can sleep that
so
much
good.
on command at odd hours, unbelievable.
Probably slept through some of the treatment too. I fell asleep at one point during the treatment.
He might be
Like,
okay, he might be the greatest of all time at sleeping.
Yes.
He might. Whatever it is, it works.
The
40
fact that he
points
can
at
even
40 is
fall
amazing.
asleep, that's amazing.
We should have
Did
sleeping
you guys-
in the Olympics. We should see and just see who can do it the best.
Did you guys catch any of that hockey game last night?
I did.
I watched
That was
most of it.
awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
And I'm
What'd
not even
you
a
think?
hockey fan, but that was a great game.
They're always trying to, I guess, compare it to the NBA All-Star game. Completely different environment, completely different intensity. One's for your country, one is just a vacation. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Well, look, this is more like the in-season tournament than it is the All-Star game. Because the NHL All-Star game is this. It's like U.S. versus the world, and it's not as good. You know? But this hockey tournament was the most watched hockey games, I think, all season.
Probably.
Oh, was it really?
I think so. I
The
think
most
the ratings.
watched hockey game? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Obviously,
Okay.
the last two.
Outside of postseason, it's the most watched. Outside
Oh, really?
of the
Okay.
Stanley Cup.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
Makes
And
sense.
like to be fair to the NBA players, Momo's comp of the in-season tournament, the players take that seriously.
Yeah.
Like you can.
There's money involved.
There's money involved, and it counts towards your regular season record. Like guys play hard during that tournament.
Also, were you guys following Justin Trudeau on Twitter?
I saw his post game tweet.
He came out strong post game.
I saw the
He had
post
a
game
few.
tweet. Like
He
he was,
had, you can't take his pin tweet. Okay, this is the Prime
What's the
Minister.
pin tweet now?
This is the Prime Minister of Canada. Okay, his pin tweet now is, "You can't take our country and you can't take our game."
How about that, right? Yeah, yeah.
my
Now
God.
you want to be a tough guy.
He revised Braveheart.
I mean,
They
listen,
did.
listen.
They check our lives.
Oh, he did. He's
But
still
they won't
tweeting.
take hockey.
So he's still tweeting. Then he tweeted another. Oh, I should almost play. Let's see if you can hear this girl talking. But okay, 52 minutes ago. So he must have woke up. Okay, woke up and wherever he is,
still mad.
Still no, fired up.
Still
fired
mad.
up. Last night reminded us why hockey means so much to Canadians. It's in our blood, our hearts,
God.
our history. No matter what corner of the country you tuned in from, we all cheered as one. Proud of this team. Proud of Canada.
Not
Easy turbo. Easy turbo.
Not to
Trudeau,
take
Trudeau.
this down not to take this down a political path, but I'm just going to say this is personal for Trudeau.
Oh, yeah.
and he's enjoying it.
You got to give them props. They protected their sport. They went out and won it because
How about they go win a Stanley Cup?
They haven't won
How
a
about
Stanley-
they win a
they haven't won
Stanley Cup? Let's go.
in like 2 decades,
Do it in the
right? How long has it
Stanley
been?
Cup.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
You know that he had that tweet just fired
Ready
up
to
and
go.
ready.
Yes.
So I will
Just
say
like
this.
sitting
Those are the
there.
drafts.
I love picturing
Oh,
him.
definitely in drafts.
And he wrote that himself. Like, that's not a comms person.
No, no.
That's him.
No.
And, he's retiring or he's stepping aside, so he can just do whatever he wants right now. But I thought, I was just picturing him in Boston with the team. I think he's there, right?
I think he's there. I think
Right?
so.
I don't think
Pretty
he
sure he was there.
Stayed in Canada because the game was in the U.S. It was at TD Garden in Boston, and they probably went out drinking. They're got some
They're
Molson
Canadian?
Molson Ice, right?
They're Canadian hockey
Are you
players.
kidding?
Of course they did.
Molson
Right.
Ice.
Yeah, right. They brought some Molson. They brought some. what's that?
Labatt's.
So
Yeah,
Labatt's Blue, yeah.
Right.
They're
so,
not.
like,
They're not
deep
going to
into the
stop
night.
drinking.
Oh yeah.
Seagram's.
And I was like, come on, just stay up tweeting, Justin. Come on, stay up.
Yeah.
Like I want to see
He
the
is
drunk
They
tweets
go,
at
they
3 in the
go,
morning.
go crash at Tim Hortons somewhere in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Hell of a game.
You
Hell
betcha.
of a game. And
Oh yeah.
Hey? Oh,
Yes.
what's this all about? Yeah.
a boot.
Big moment for hockey and a fun day for Travis and DeMarco at Legends Attic. Thank you to everyone from Legends.
And thank you, Candy. That is your new name, Candy.
You are welcome, Marcus. And we've got Marcus
Hey.
Grant, Ramona Shelburne,
Whoa,
Mason
we
Island coming
walked
up
into
next.
something,
710
didn't we, Marcus?
ESPN. 710 ESPN.